Wildcat football is on the air. Welcome to the live broadcast of the first game of the new season. Let's go to Mesquite Memorial Stadium. Tonight's game is called by KSST's John Mark Dempsey and Tony Flippin. Guys?
Okay, James, thank you very much. Yes, we are at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, as some folks call it, Gerald Prim West, because of the many times that the Wildcats have played here, especially in the playoffs. And tonight, the opponent in the first game of the 2025 season will be the Mesquite Poteet Pirates. I'm John Mark Dempsey, along with Tony Flippin. James Terry is our producer in the studio, and Matt Jansen is our video producer and technical director tonight. Wildcat football is brought to you by Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, I think we've already said, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, and we say thanks to J. Hodge Chevrolet for providing us with a beautiful black Tahoe in which we made the trip over today. Pregame is brought to you by Super Handy, and that's where we are right now. And the halftime will be presented by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. So the Wildcats went 10-3, 13 games last season, but went 10-3, 2 rounds deep in the playoffs, and beat Dallas Carter in the first round, and then Springtown, 55-14, the win over Carter, and 56-39 over Springtown, and then lost a heartbreaker to Alvarado in the third round. And Tony, we've been talking as we get ready to describe tonight's ball game, and you've been saying that there's very much the feeling that this is the Wildcats' year. This is what has been building for ever since Coach Faircloth got here. This is in the eyes of Sulphur Springs, this is a super class. We've got 31 seniors this year, and they've had success every step of the way. Have had success even in the high school as sophomores and juniors, but you don't see programs with 31 seniors. That's a 4A. You might see that in a 6A, possibly a 5A D1 or something where they've just got numbers. But this, I've never seen at 4A level, I've never seen 31 seniors. And the fact is, too, these are 31 seniors that can play ball. So Wildcats coming with 18 starters back from that team last year, and it was the best season for Sulphur Springs since the 2008 state championship team with the 2 playoff wins. And Caden Mitchell, the quarterback, has moved on and will be playing, I believe, baseball at Oklahoma Christian. I don't believe he's going to continue as a football player, but what a great year he had as the senior quarterback last year. And in his place, Deuce Timmons, whom last year we knew as Deuce Hall, but he is now known as Deuce Timmons. Same young man, and we saw a lot of him last year, and he scored, how many was it? It was over 20 touchdowns. I guess it was exactly 20 touchdowns last year. They would bring him in, Tony, in the goal line situation a lot, and so he scored a lot of those touchdowns from inside the 5-yard line. The deal with Deuce is to have an opportunity to score a touchdown, all he has to do is get the ball in his hands. He can score from 1 yard in. He can score from 99. He can throw it. He can run it. He is just a gifted athlete. My only concern is he's a little thin, and I hope he learns how to slide and doesn't take a beating, and hopefully that'll take care of things. Jackson Hare, of course, is back for the Wildcats, and what a year he had last year, 965 yards rushing, 6.8 yards per carry, and 13 touchdowns, 56 receptions for 709 yards, and 5 touchdowns, so a total of 18 touchdowns. And we forget that he had played wide receiver as a freshman and a sophomore, and was shifted to running back only in his junior season and responded extremely well to that. But they will also put him in the slot.
That's the deal. They'll start him out at the back, but they'll motion into a slot. He's just an athlete. That's all you can say. He's, in my mind, every time we play a football game this year, he's going to be the best athlete on the field.
We overlook the offensive line too often, and probably the most heralded football player is the Wildcats' left offensive tackle, Vincent Johnson. He goes 6'5", 315 pounds, and he has committed to play for the TCU Horned Frogs.
I don't know if he had previously or not, but when they brought the helicopter in, that had to widen those eyes. But Coach came in the helicopter, and the next day or that day he signed.
So Vincent is back and will be starting at left tackle. And, in fact, I think 4 of the 5 offensive linemen who started for the Wildcats last year are back. Aiden McCarroll will start at left guard. Josh Lopez will start at right guard. And Jeff Stevenson, who was the senior or who was the center last season, it will now be the right tackle. And those 4 were all starters last season on the offensive line for Sulphur Springs. The center will be Trip McIntyre. So you have 4 extremely experienced guys on that offensive line, and that maybe is, for any football team, the place where it all starts.
That's where it starts, and that's we've talked about seniors. All 5 of those are seniors. What I've discussed a little in private and to some of the kids around too is what I want to see this year is last year I would get a little disappointed because they fire off the ball, but they might only go 3 or 4 yards. I want to see a 10-yard push on every play minimum, and just extend yourself to the defense and wear them out. And if we get that kind of mindset to that group of boys, we're going to be tough.
Now the Wildcats have made a change on defense. And that is that they have gone from an even front, a 4-man front, to an odd front, so a 3 or a 5-man front, depending on how you look at it. And the young man in the middle there for Sulphur Springs, we saw a lot of last year. In fact, the last 2 years, Truth Holmes will be the nose tackle. And in the scrimmage game against Lindale a couple of weeks ago, I thought he just dominated in that game.
He's a beast. He's not real tall or anything, but he is a beast, and he's perfect for right in the middle. He's hard to move.
He had 52 tackles, including 4 tackles for loss last year for the Wildcats, and he has committed to the University of North Texas.
That's good. Their program is stepping up a little bit too, so that's good for Truth.
He had 3 sacks also last year. The guy that whose name we said the most last year on defense, Grayson Hardy, was the safety. I don't remember free safety, strong safety with Grayson last year. But in any case, 179 tackles to lead the team last year, Tony, and including a couple of interceptions. And I understand now he has been moved to linebacker. They want to get him closer to the ball and maybe make even more tackles.
They're going to put him on both sides of the ball. Or left and right. They'll call strength and so forth. But kind of like Deuce and scoring a touchdown, all Hardy needs is to snap the ball, and he may tackle you. He may tackle the ball boy on the sideline if it'll help his stats. But he's a ball hawk, and so I like showing those 4 because they're not big, but I'm anxious to see our speed.
Grayson Hardy has committed to Louisiana Tech. We understand. Creed Wisenant, defensive back for the Wildcats as the Wildcats come onto the field here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. Creed Wisenant had 90 tackles last year for the Wildcats, and he is back. So tremendous group of kids coming back for Sulphur Springs from Mesquite Poteet, and here they come onto the field now. They were improved last year. They won 2 ball games, and the year before that they did not win a game. And so they did show some improvement. In the game last year at Gerald Prim Stadium, the Wildcats scored early and often and ended up winning that ball game 68-17 over Mesquite Poteet. And so to be honest, we don't expect Mesquite Poteet likely to threaten the Wildcats too much this evening, but that is why they played the games, and we never know how much they have improved. They do have a new head coach, however, and that is Terrence Orr II. He is in his first season as a head coach anywhere. I don't have a record of him having been a head coach before, so this is his first.
That's a pretty big step to get a 4A D1 on your first try, but so be it.
So Terrence Orr II is the new head coach here at Mesquite. It hasn't been that long, Tony, that they had a very competitive program here. In 20 and 21, they went 7-4.
Well, and they even a little bit behind that, they had Randy Jackson for a little while. It came in, and he really got them going. But I look for this to be a glorified scrimmage if we play like we can.
Mesquite Poteet all-time, and this school only opened in 1990. They are 226, 166, and 1, so they have quite a winning tradition here, really. In the relatively short period that the school has been open. We are about to have the coin toss here for the Wildcats and the Poteet Pirates. And coming out for the Wildcats here tonight as the captains, let's see, Tony, you can help me with this. Ben Lovelady is one of the captains.
Trey Pennell
Yep.
is one, and then 22
Zay
is
Godbolt.
Zay Godbolt, and the other one I hadn't seen just yet.
And that is Trip McIntyre,
Okay.
the setter. And so they are conferring with the officials right now. I think captains will likely change from game to game under Brandon Faircloth. We'll see as the season goes along. I have not heard that captains have been announced. And the coin having been tossed here, apparently this is an actual coin toss. It has not been predetermined.
Going to have a deferral. Mesquite won it and deferred, so we're going to get the ball.
Sulphur Springs will have the ball to kick off. One of the captains for Poteet, Jabari Williams, defensive back and senior. And so the Wildcats will have the football. We're going to take a break here and come back very soon with the start of tonight's ball game when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the highest honors any student can receive is to be selected to be a member
You want
Yeah.
2 spots?
Why don't you run 2 minutes, unless I tell you otherwise.
All right, good.
They're about to have the anthem.
Okay.
holding the U.S. flag, cadet
FYI, there are 3 fire engines in front of carrying across the highway here, across the interstate. I'm not sure what the problem is.
Huh? In front of what?
The hotel across the way, the old Holiday Inn.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
First class, Gabby Rodriguez.
Our band is late arriving. That affects
how about that?
everything.
Please rise and honor our flag and country as the mighty pirate band plays our national anthem.
You guys want another spot? Go.
The national anthem from the Mesquite Poteet High School Band. And we are just about ready for kickoff here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, just off of LBJ Freeway, or 635 if you prefer. Here in Mesquite, they have another nice stadium here, which is Hanby Stadium, adjacent to Mesquite High School, which is a much older stadium, but has been remodeled, as this one has in recent years. And this is a terrific venue, terrific place for high school football. Artificial turf?
Yeah, this is
Of course.
really nice because of the tower. It's very identifiable and sort of iconic because of this huge communication tower in the south end zone. And this thing holds 20 grand, so it looks empty sometimes, but it'll hold a bunch.
So the Wildcats will be receiving to our left. And that would be the north end zone, would it not, Tony?
It is the north end zone, yes, sir.
And let's see if we can pick up who is back for Sulphur Springs.
I kind of think that's Dobson Martin on the right-hand side, but I can't.
It's Jackson Hare, of course.
Well, I thought it had a 2, but maybe that is a 7.
Yes.
Yeah, Jackson's normally back there.
Jackson Hare and Dobson Martin, who was a standout on the Wildcat baseball team in the spring, which had a really good year. I believe was the starting right fielder. And we saw a lot of him in the scrimmage against Lindale.
He's been showing out a little.
At running back, so we're looking for good things from him. And this kickoff will land at the 18-yard line, and coming up on it is Jackson Hare. Look out. Hare pops through that first wave of tacklers, and he's up to the 40-yard line or very close to it.
Yep. He did a good job of just catching it because the ball was hit the ground, and he had to really reach out and stumble, but he had his forward progress going, and he nearly broke it. He was about a foot away from breaking the opening kickoff.
A short kick landing at the 18-yard line. He kind of had a chance to run up on it and have some momentum.
Yep. If he hadn't stumbled, he'd have had that.
Wildcats moving from left to right. Now, by the way, this game can be seen streaming on YouTube on the KSST YouTube channel. Deuce Timmons, the quarterback, fakes to Jackson Hare, keeps it himself off the right side, and he will have a first down as he steps out of bounds here on the near side after crossing the 50-yard line, reaches the Poteet 46-yard line.
The operative word there was he stepped out of bounds. That's what I want to see out of him because he is such an athlete, but he just not built for punishment.
14 yards on the gain by Deuce Timmons. Trip McIntyre out over the football, which is on the near hash mark as the Wildcats go left to right. Hand off to Jackson Hare, off left tackle. Hare.
Got 5. That's Dobson Martin.
That was Dobson Martin.
They had Hare down in the slot on that one.
Yeah.
We've got so many options on offense. It's going to be confusing for us, but it's going to be so much fun. Hare's in a slot again, and we've got a player down for Poteet, so we'll have an official's timeout.
Yeah, we were talking about Dobson Martin there before the kickoff, and what a great year he had for the Wildcats in baseball. And then it was a little bit of a surprise. Shouldn't be, but we can't keep up with everyone. And so a little bit of surprise to see him in the Wildcat backfield in that scrimmage against Lindale. But he looked great.
A good thing there is we're talking about all these seniors. Dobson's a junior.
Right.
So everything he can give to us this year, and I promise you there's not anybody getting more in the weight room and conditioning program than him.
Now, the player who was down for Poteet is Keith Doty. He is an SMU recruit.
Okay.
And a big fella for the Pirates. He is 6'4", 320 pounds. He comes off the field on his own power. I think he will be back. But he is one of their top guns for the Pirates.
He's a big fellow.
So we have 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats already at the Poteet 41-yard line. Just underway, no score. Deuce Timmons handing off. This is Jackson Hare, and Hare hit it in the backfield and will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1. Going to have that every once in a while.
Back to the 42-yard line.
Be 3rd and 6. But we're already in, unless we have a disaster, we're already in 4-down territory, I promise, because we can't kick it that far. Jackson's in the backfield this time. Trips to the left.
So 3rd down and 6. Need to reach the 36-yard line. Timmons in the shotgun. And runs up the middle and will have the first down as he lowers his shoulder and is brought down at the 30-yard line of Poteet. And they move the chains.
That's what you need. Is that a Hooten's Hardware?
And that is a Hooten's Hardware first down for the Wildcats, and that's not the first Hooten's Hardware first down of the night. There'll be many more.
I figure we'll have a bunch.
And off to Jackson Hare. Shifty and breaks a tackle at about the 15-yard line and coming back to the near side and is dragged down from behind at the 4-yard line. Jackson Hare with a terrific run for the Wildcats.
That's another Hooten Hardware first down, and we got another Mesquite player down at the 15-yard line. Jackson is as good as we've got at setting up blockers and shifting his feet and then cutting around. He's just fun to watch, and not a knock on our coaching staff, but that's not taught. That's God-given.
26 yards on the game there by Jackson Hare. And another timeout here taken, and was that another injury timeout, Tony?
Yeah, the number 9, it looks like maybe their numbers coming at us are not very good. But he walked off pretty good, so hopefully just a little stinger.
Jeremiah Tedemi is the player who came out of the game for Poteet.
So 1st and goal at the 4 on the opening drive of the entire season, and this is what we want to do, is just drive it right through there and score every time.
Timmons in the shotgun, has Hare a step to his left, snap to Timmons. This is his forte, and he picks his way across the goal line for the Wildcat touchdown.
And I think you've seen Sulphur Springs football right there in a nutshell. We didn't really throw it. We want to run the ball first. So that was another Hooten Hardware first down for on the score.
Not a lot of people know that you get credit for a first down when you score a touchdown.
They didn't keep stats back in the day.
Eric Rodriguez, the veteran place kicker for the Wildcats, a senior, one of the many. And the hold there by
Mason Cooper on that. He's also the backup quarterback.
Yes, he is. And the snap by Matthew Jeter, and the kick is good. 7-0 Wildcats lead. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Okay, out again. I'll play 2 spots and hand it back to you.
Okay.
First downs, Hammond just forgot.
Thank you for catching it.
Hammond just forgot.
Thank you for catching it.
Dylan Davis and Niall Rivers.
We got the wind with us, so I think we'll be kicking it deep tonight too.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, and we say thanks to J. Hodge for providing the beautiful black Tahoe that we came over in tonight. Here's the kickoff by Eric Rodriguez, and it goes into the end zone off the hands of the return man there for Poteet. He does bring it out to the 5-yard line where he is.
Grayson Hardy tackled him one-on-one all by himself.
Brought down by several Wildcats, at least around the football, but as Tony says,
there, yeah, he had him on the way down by himself, but he had lots of company. He wasn't going anywhere.
Now, Tony, and by the way, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 4-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons moments ago. The kickoff there went into the end zone. Did he touch it before?
Doesn't matter. He touched it at the 1, but the rule is who put it in the end zone, and the impetus of the kick put it in the end zone. So he could have downed it.
That's what I thought.
No problem. A lot of times people get confused, but it's always who put the ball in the end zone.
So he would have done better to go ahead and put a knee down.
Yep.
Yeah. And instead,
he didn't know Mr. Hardy.
Grayson Hardy with 179 tackles last season. Here's a running play up the middle for Poteet, and this is a good one, but the flags come down late on the play. They're close to a first down here.
Yep, that could be either a face mask or it's more than likely a hold, but it could be a face mask with a big scrum like that.
And that's Dylan Davis on the carry, their top running back who has come back anyway.
They're facing Poteet's goal line, but they're not doing anything. Did they wave it off?
No, I see the referee indicating a face mask
there
penalty against the Wildcats.
I knew it had to be one or the other, but I didn't see him doing it.
Yeah.
So it was right at the end of the play. So that's first down with the help of a penalty.
Get out to the 29-yard line. Wildcats lead it 7-0. The 4-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons at the end of that first drive. Kevin Joyner is the quarterback. And on this first down running play from the 29-yard line, ball carrier is swarmed by Wildcat tacklers. Again, we see Grayson Hardy in on that play.
I think Alex King hit him first, and then he had about 4 helping. This is going to be like ants on a sugar cube this year with the speed we've got. Somebody stick him, hold him up, and then everybody come get him.
Blaine Allen also in on that tackle for Sulphur Springs. This is 2nd down and 9 for Poteet. Wildcats lead it 7-0. Snap to Joyner. Fakes the handoff. Throws to the far side. And a diving attempt to make the catch, but it is incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and long from the 30-yard line for Poteet.
Got a one-hopper on that one. But you look down there at that defense, and other than Truth Holmes, you could just pull them out of a hat. They all look the same. Even the other 2 defensive linemen, they're a little bit heavier, but all of those linebackers and backs look interchangeable. 3rd and 9.
Kevin Joyner, the quarterback in the shotgun with the back on either side. All kinds of movement on the offensive line before the snap.
3rd and 14.
So penalty coming here against the Pirates. This will move the ball back to the 25-yard line. That Wildcat drive, by the way, to start the game, 6 plays and 60 yards. And the 4-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons. Kevin Joyner in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Under heavy pressure, throwing downfield. That is caught. But I believe short of a first down.
It's going to be 4th and 3. It's a very nice pitch and catch. Looks like number 7 caught it. 38 for the Wildcats was Blaine Allen. He was on point, almost had him a sack, but that was just a really good job by the quarterback and the receiver, and excellent coverage.
Nate Salazar made the catch for Poteet, and now 4th and 3.
They're showing punt. I like having twins back. I'm going to start preaching right here before the first punt. Catch the football.
Abraham Aguirre is the punter here for Poteet on this 4th down play. We have a timeout for Poteet with the Wildcats leading 7-0 and a punt coming up on 4th and 3. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Okay, we're out. Play 2 more spots and hand it back to you.
Okay, level's good.
Number 3.
Can you hear enough crowd sound?
Yes, background, yes. Yeah. What I hear most of is cheerleaders.
Well, there's not a huge number of people for Poteet here. Uh-oh.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hardy.
And as we come back to play, the snap over the head of Aguirre, the punter for Poteet. It rolls into the end zone. It looks like Grayson Hardy.
Grayson Hardy got it. It was going to be, he was trying to kick it out and just get a safety, and he kind of whiffed it. But that snap was from about the 35-yard line and went all the way in the end zone. It didn't have a chance, but had a large brigade of Wildcats ready to get it, and Hardy's one that came out with it, so he's already made his statement.
Grayson Hardy recovers about 3 yards deep in the end zone on the bad snap over the head of the punter. Now here's Eric Rodriguez in for his second extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
Cooper did a good job. Cooper did a good job of catching that one and pulling it down.
Wildcats up 14-0 with 7:28 left to go in the first quarter, and this is Wildcats football on KSST.
Out again.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Great. Almighty.
Guys are hustling in and out good. Guys are hustling in and out good.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that touchdown on a recovered bad snap in the end zone by Grayson Hardy. And now we have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, the third one already in this ball game, as Rodriguez sends it 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the return man will bring it out across the 10, across the 15, and nailed at about the 16-yard line. And on the return there for Mesquite Poteet.
Grayson Hardy got another tackle, but it was about the 21-yard line. He brought that. I thought he was going to set that one down and take a touchback.
Should have.
Took a chance, yeah.
That's Niles.
He got 1 yard for his work.
Nile Rivers, one of the great names that you will hear in high school football.
That is
return.
nice.
Nile Rivers. Right. And as Tony said, he would have done better to just down it, but I think they're trying to make things happen here. Of course, that's a mistake when you start trying to get everything back in one play and start pressing too hard. But he got it out to the 21-yard line. Wildcats lead 14-0, and 7:22 still to go here in the first quarter. Sulphur Springs only had the football one time yet. And that was a 60-yard drive for a touchdown and 4-yard run by Deuce Timmons. We have 3 receivers in a covey over on the far side and a single setback. And they swing it out to one of those receivers, and the catch is made, but the Wildcats all over that.
Gio Ibarra got him right as he caught it. Looks like a 5-yard loss.
Nile Rivers with the catch there, who ran the ball out of the end zone there a few moments ago. And as Tony told you, Gio on the tackle. So this loss is back to the 16-yard line.
2nd and 15. Again, the Cat defense just looks very, very active.
Sulphur Springs won this game last year at Gerald Prim Stadium 68-17. Leading now 14-0. Midway through the first quarter, not even midway through the first quarter here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium.
We evidently had a procedure call that Wildcats declined, so they were doing a little housekeeping.
Kevin Joyner is the quarterback. Operates out of the shotgun, has a running back to his right, 2 wideouts near side, 1 to the far side as they move from right to left. Play action pass, flag down, and pass was incomplete. I think it was thrown into a mass of
I think he handed it off, and Truth got it, but we're liable to have another face mask because his helmet came off. Well, let's see. Truth took the handoff with him.
Truth Holmes, the Wildcats nose tackle.
Personal foul, face mask. I was afraid of that because the helmet came off, so they're going to get their first down.
It's the second face mask call against the Wildcats here in the first quarter.
Yep.
Pushes the ball out to the 30-yard line, and of course it's an automatic first down.
And that's a penalty that you don't want, but it's an aggression penalty. Got to work on that. Got to realize you can't do it.
3 men wide to the near side as the ball's on the far hash. Single setback to the left of Kevin Joyner, the quarterback. He's, as we say, in the shotgun. And the handoff goes to the setback off the right tackle, and maybe a yard there for him. And that, once again, is Dylan Davis up to the 31-yard line.
I think we had Zay Godbolt and Gio Ibarra teamed up for that tackle on a 1-yard gain.
Second down and 9 for Poteet. Wildcats leading 14-0. Running back to the left of the quarterback, Joyner. Man in motion from right to left. Across the formation, handoff to Davis. And Davis tried to go off right tackle, and he is going nowhere. And it looks like Gio Ibarra in on that tackle, and Alex King also there for Sulphur Springs.
Zay Godbolt got in. Again, I can't say enough about the pursuit right now. Everybody's fresh, too, though.
Right.
Everybody's legs are in good shape right now, but the aggressiveness and flying to the ball is impressive at this point.
Third down and 9 for Poteet. Joyner in the shotgun. For Hash, feeling the pressure, moving in the pocket, directing traffic, throwing downfield, and the ball was tipped by Grayson Hardy, out of bounds, intended for one of the Pirate receivers, and that was
7 maybe?
Nate Salazar. No, 17 is
17,
rather
okay.
than 7, but that is an incomplete pass. I think Grayson Hardy got a hand on it.
He did. He knocked it out of bounds to where even he almost caught it, but he would have been 3 yards out of bounds. So Hardy's everywhere.
And Joyner under terrific pressure from 3 or 4 of the Wildcat defenders. So fourth down and 9 from the 31-yard line.
So we got Gio and Jackson back. They flipped sides of the field this time, and a good snap this time.
Abraham Aguirre is back to punt. Last time the snap went over his head into the end zone, and Grayson Hardy recovered for a touchdown. This time the punt rolls out of bounds in Wildcat territory at the 38-yard line, so a decent punt there by Aguirre.
Yep. Got a decent roll out of it. No flags, so that's a good thing. Now we get to go for our third possession. See if we can take it this time. This will be a 62-yard drive, about like that opening drive.
That's a 33-yard punt by Aguirre. 14-0 Wildcats, 5:10 left to go first quarter. Sulphur Springs starting out at the 38-yard line. Wildcats went 60 yards on 6 plays for their first touchdown. And here is Deuce Timmons, going to be brought down for a loss under all kinds of pressure.
He dropped the snap first. He was looking to run before he caught it, so by the time he picked it up, he took a pretty good shot. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Loss back to the 35-yard line.
Yep, just got to take care of the ball game, or the ball. Take nothing for granted.
Deuce Timmons, the junior quarterback for Sulphur Springs, saw a lot of action last year, but especially in goal line situations. Scored 20 touchdowns for the Wildcats. Timmons with the snap, throwing, near side. That is intended for Jamorian Jeffrey.
We got flags, though. I'm pretty sure that Mesquite was offsides. We had a free play, so it should be 2nd and 8 when we get done with this.
Yeah, offside, Pirates. This will move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
That's one where, with a little experience, Jamori will just run for the end zone knowing he's got a free play.
Wildcats in their traveling white jerseys, royal blue pants, the blue numerals outlined in gold, the white headgear with the interlocking SS on the side. Poteet wearing black jerseys, green numbers outlined in white pants, white helmets. Draw play up the middle, and a good gain here for Sulphur Springs as it goes to Jackson Hare, and he is up to the 50-yard line, and that'll be good for a Hooten Hardware first down.
There we go. That's another one. I was fixing to say we got Deacon Carpenter out there, kind of like Dobson. He's from baseball lore, and he's just a junior, but he's out in the slot. He's No, he's a sophomore. Excuse me. Deacon's
He's a sophomore now.
So,
he's a freshman in baseball.
Yeah, freshman in baseball, and was really good. But he's out there. That shows his worth too.
Snap on first down from the 50-yard line. This is another baseball player, Jackson Virgil, making the catch over on the far side for Sulphur Springs. And he is out of bounds at the 30-yard line for a gain of 20 yards.
He was real close to taking that one. Jackson's about 6'4" or 6'5", and I think by the time we go to about game 6 or 7, he's going to be a force.
So first down, Wildcats at the Poteet 30-yard line. After that pass, and that was a good-looking pass there by Deuce Timmons.
It was. Got hair in the slot.
Motion at the line of scrimmage there. Now again, passing to the far side, this is Jackson Virgil who makes the catch at the 17-yard line.
Hooten Hardware first down. I thought we would have offsides, but evidently they got back. There was a lot of movement, so a great pitch and catch there.
13 yards on the game.
In the red zone.
Wildcats on the march here again. And a timeout taken by Poteet. That is their second timeout, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
So one remaining. 3:46 to go, first period. Wildcats 14, Poteet nothing. It's Wildcats football on KSST. I'm sorry, James, 1. One during the game, unless otherwise noted.
9 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
This game, by the way, is streaming live on KSST's YouTube channel. If you would like to look in, you can view the game everywhere on KSST's YouTube channel. Thanks to Matt Jensen providing the video here tonight. First down and 10 at the 17-yard line. Handoff, Jackson Hare pops through the middle. Hare with a head of steam down inside the 5-yard line to the 4-yard line. That's another Hooten Hardware first down for Sulphur Springs.
He just decided to go south on that one. He didn't get fancy. He just went with his big boys.
First and goal at the 5-yard line for Sulphur Springs. Wildcats on top 14-0. Deuce Timmons, a 4-yard run. Grayson Hardy, a recovered high snap over the head of the punter in the end zone for the second touchdown. Snap to Timmons. On first down and goal, give it to Jackson Hare. He will score standing up. Hare right up the middle. Gave a little move there on the last defender near the goal line, but no way they were going to stop him.
That's
20
the thing, too. He made 2 moves and didn't take any hit. And he went right up the middle. So
yeah. 20-0, Sulphur Springs. 3:10 left to go first quarter. Eric Rodriguez will kick the extra point. Mason Cooper is the holder. He's the backup quarterback. And Matthew Jeter is the deep snapper, and the kick is up and good. And Wildcats score, and of course Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says way to go Wildcats for that touchdown. 21-0 Sulphur Springs. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Okay, we're out again.
Good.
this is about like I thought this one was going to be.
Yeah, and even maybe worse. God, I've got to get these glasses back.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here for the Wildcats. Thanks to J. Hodge for providing a black Tahoe, which we drove over today. Tony, we were going to go kind of the back way down through Terrell and then I-20 in, and Matt and I got to talking. I missed my exit in Greenville, and we came all the way on I-30.
I tell you what, I-30 is not good.
Yep.
I came to George Bush when I came yesterday, and then I had to come around, coming here, and I just I don't like it. I'm spoiled at 121 and staying in McKinney.
Well, we got here anyway.
Yep.
So here's the kickoff by Eric Rodriguez, and this is 5 yards deep in the end zone. What a leg.
Yep, that's nice to see because we've not utilized that too much. That one was 7 yards deep.
And so often they in the past couple of years they would kick to the sideline, that diagonal kind of kick, but he's kicking it into the end zone tonight.
I have gone years and years not understanding that diagonal, and of course they don't ask me for my opinion, but I don't like giving a team a 60-yard field on a fair catch.
Well, I think it's to guard against the long kickoff return, and some teams are more dangerous than others.
Yeah, but I say get different people on the kickoff team. Somebody needs to be able to tackle. I never give up that way.
Yeah. So here we go, 21-0, Wildcats. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Poteet on offense from the 25-yard line. And Joyner faking to Davis, and they hit one over the middle, and this is a big gain for Poteet out close to midfield. And the catch here is made by Kylie Cornelius out to the 48-yard line.
Had C.T. Galloway made a good shoestring catch, or else that one goes for 75 and a touchdown because he was the last man. A good throw.
27 yards on the gain and the pass over the middle, and this one is complete inside Wildcat territory to the 36-yard line.
Same play. Galloway on the catch there, and Wisnant come in. We had two of them back there.
16 yards on that gain for Mesquite Poteet, and they're charging down the field now. This is Joyner, the quarterback, after faking the handoff to Dylan Davis, and Joyner goes off the right side, gets down to the 34-yard line. Grayson Hardy.
No, it's a gain of 2.
Oh, gain of 2. I thought maybe you indicated the tackler there for me.
No, not this time. I think he took a dive. He was fixing to get hit by about 4 of them.
Yeah.
He faked it and came in there, and he took a dive.
2nd down and 8. 2 men wide to the far side, 1 to the near side, running back to the left. The quarterback, Joyner. Joyner fakes the handoff to Davis and rolling out to his right under pressure and throws it away.
Tell you what, Zay Godbolt was on a chalk line to him, nearly had him. And he did the right thing. He got to him, would have been late, and he let up. Lots of hustle.
3rd down and 8 from the Sulphur Springs 34-yard line. Wildcats on top, 21-0 with 1:44 left to go here in the first quarter.
They'll be in 4-down territory right now, so we need a big play right here.
Joyner in the shotgun. 2 men to the far side, 1 to the near side. The running back a step to his right. Snap to Joyner. Back pedals, feeling the pressure, moving in the pocket, scrambling to the far side. Alex King putting on the pressure, and he throws it away.
That was confused before the snap. The quarterback was looking around, and he was confused on what play to run, so that one hurt him bad. So now 4th and 8, but I expect them to stay on the field.
21-0, the Sulphur Springs lead, but now the punting unit apparently coming onto the field.
They're just going to see if they can stretch it out then. Of course, I'd stay in defense. I wouldn't. They're putting somebody back. I'd stay in defense and look for a fake. We've only got 1 back.
That's Gio Ibarra.
Okay, and he doesn't know if we got 3. We do have just 11. 5. Yep. So we were okay there, but Gio was feeling lonely.
And a timeout taken by, he indicates Poteet. Was that Poteet?
Really? I would think that we did. But
they've taken them down to 0 on the scoreboard.
They pumped them with 3, so that's but I bet you they come out with their defense now. There's no reason for them to punt right now. Young team and down here.
You mean with their offense?
Yeah. I think they'll come back with the offense and show a little spirit.
This is Wildcats football on KSST. And Wildcats football brought to you by the Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, J. Hodge Chevrolet. A long list of fine sponsors.
Yes, sir.
From Sulphur Springs and Hopkins County. Say thanks to those folks for supporting Wildcat football. On the air on this frequency since 1947, Tony.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's longer than me. That's not me.
They are going to go for the first down here on this 4th and 8.
I fully expected that.
From the 34, Joyner fakes the handoff, under pressure, running for his life, throws, and that apparently
nice.
Complete over on the far side.
Sure, that was a great throw and a great catch. I thought our DB, I couldn't see who it was, but he tried to cut it, and I thought he got it.
At the 20-yard line, and the catch was made by a young man that made a catch a short time ago. That's Nate Salazar.
Is that 17?
Yeah.
I can't
see outline around those numbers, not exactly high contrast.
Needs to be a new rule that they have to make them for old men.
And here's a big gain up the middle on first down from the 20 down to about the 10 of the Wildcats.
It's going to be a first and goal. Good, strong run, and they're running to the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to get here and not let us make adjustments.
That's Kelvin Woodburn in the ball game at running back for Poteet. 10-yard gain. Now this is first and goal. And Woodburn, I think, gets the call here again. But this time Wildcats are ready up the middle and stop him before he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I think we're going to lose about a foot. Sometimes you get in those areas and you think you're doing good by running to the line, and you hadn't got but 10 yards, so it's a cluster in there.
T.J. Bolden on the tackle for Sulphur Springs. Second down and goal from the, we make it the 11. In the shotgun again is Kevin Joyner, the quarterback, has a back either side. Fakes the handoff to Woodburn and breaks a tackle as he's scrambling, and he is at the 5, and he is going to score.
That's all athleticism right there. That's a great play by the quarterback for Poteet.
Kevin Joyner, 11-yard touchdown run. That was all improvisation. Tony.
Absolutely. We had about 4 on this strong side over here, and all of a sudden he just spun out of it. There wasn't but one, and the receiver, one to beat, and the receiver did a great job of not blocking him in the back. So just tip your cap there. That's a great play by Poteet.
Joyner had 4 touchdowns last season for the Pirates and already has one now. 21-6 is the score, with the Wildcats leading. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
It's a long first quarter.
Andrew Arena is the place kicker, and the ball down. This time he is wide left.
Yep.
Score remains 21-6. Sulphur Springs leading over Mesquite Poteet. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, good.
Lighting is good. What a day for football, too.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, and August 29th?
Degrees. Yeah, 80 degrees.
Wildcats football on KSST. The Wildcats lead 21-6. What did you just say?
I said, what a night for football, too. I mean, beautiful place, but more than anything, got 80 degrees and a nice little breeze. This is just football heaven.
Tony, I remember, I think now it's 2 years ago, but 3 seasons ago, the start of the 23 season, we went to Jacksonville, and I believe it was 109 when we arrived at Jacksonville.
I'm glad I didn't do that one.
Yeah. So August 29th, yeah, you can expect to play some games close to 100 degrees or worse, but we have a beautiful evening for football. This would be a nice evening in October.
It sure would.
Got real fortunate with the weather here. So Arena, who just kicked the extra point or missed the extra point, attempted the extra point, will kick off for Poteet. And here's the kickoff taken at the 20-yard line for the Wildcats. I believe that's Jackson Hare.
Yep, that's Jackson. Out to the 30.
Not much of a chance to make a return there, as the short kickoff put him in close contact pretty quickly with those Pirate tacklers hurtling down the field. So Wildcats start off at the 30-yard line. That was, by the way, the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Once again, we've had a lot of those here in the first quarter. 21-6 Sulphur Springs. 4-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons, the quarterback, of a recovery in the end zone of a bad snap on a punt by Jason Hardy. And then a 5-yard touchdown run by Jackson Hare. Eric Rodriguez has kicked all 3 extra points for the Wildcats. Sulphur Springs moving left to right. Final 20 seconds of the first quarter.
We're finally going to get into the second quarter.
Timmons handing off. Jackson Hare. Hare bouncing off the first contact. No, that once again is Dobson.
Dobson Martin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dobson Martin on the carry.
That's the thing. They're going to keep us on our toes this year. We're going to have to check every play. You never know who's coming, but that's going to do the first quarter.
Of course, Jackson wears 7 and Dobson wears 9, so at the first glance, it's a little bit hard to discern. Yep. So 21-6 at the end of the first period. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Out again. Between the quarters, I'll play 2 spots.
Yes.
41 minutes for a quarter.
Wow.
Quite a few penalties.
Several kickoffs, penalties.
Wildcats football on KSST. John Mark Dempsey along with Tony Flippin. James Terry is our producer in the studio. Matt Jensen is our technical director and video producer. And again, you can see this game streaming live on KSST's YouTube channel if you'd like to look in. 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats, start of the second quarter. Now they are moving from right to left. Here's Dobson Martin again getting the handoff, trying to use his blockers as he's going to the right, waiting for a hole to develop, but finally the pursuit catches up with him, and he didn't do much more than get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have got a half a yard.
We had about a half a yard. That was just a half a yard. That was a good job by Poteet. We did run it to the short side of the field, so we couldn't keep going. But they had 3 that held the line real good there, so good play by them.
21-6 Sulphur Springs leading. Just underway in the second period. Wildcats now moving to the north end zone on the artificial turf here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. 3rd down and 4 from the 36-yard line in Wildcat territory. Timmons going to run it up the middle. Saw a hole and gives a little head fake, and he is all the way up to the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. But that's a Hooten Hardware first down for Sulphur Springs.
I was waiting on an entry because I called that play to myself. I said we hadn't seen a Timmons draw in a good while, and that's exactly what I thought he would do there.
13 yards on the gain by the junior Deuce Timmons.
What a weapon.
Wildcat quarterback succeeding Caden Mitchell and, of course, Brady Driver, another great one 2 years ago.
Yep, we've had a pretty good string.
2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side for Sulphur Springs. And play is being changed apparently from the sideline, and they get up out of their stance. And did Sulphur Springs call timeout? They did.
Yes.
Wildcats call timeout, leading 21-6. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Out again.
And they put a timeout back on Poteet's side. So I don't know what they did because they did give the 3 bumps.
I see a 0 there.
Oh, it is. I'm saying that's first down.
Yeah.
I was on the wrong line.
Yeah.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats have a first down at the 49-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory.
That last play, they had Dobson, Martin, and Jackson Hare in the backfield.
Oh, did they?
The one we were fixing to play. I don't know if that's what will come out.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
And they're not there. So they changed it. But
looking to see if Jackson might be in the slot here, but I don't believe he's on the field right now. First down from the Sulphur Springs 49-yard line as the Wildcats move from right to left. Man in motion from left to right. Timmons fakes the handoff, going right. Cuts it back into Poteet territory down to about the 47-yard line for a gain of 4 yards.
Good lead block out of number 11, Ben Lovelady. He came across good.
Wildcats have second down and 6 at the Poteet 47-yard line.
Empty backfield with just Deuce back there, so we've got a lot of weapons spread out, 3 by 2.
3 wide left, 2 to the far side. Timmons by himself in the backfield. Swings it out for Jackson Hare, and Hare is blasted. Made the catch, but a form tackle put on Jackson Hare.
Loss of 5. That's one where you hope they just tip it.
Back to the 45-yard line. Did they? No, they're going to make it. They're going to put it at the 47-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory.
And they had 2 of them. They read that one, and as soon as they saw Jackson back off the line, they bolted.
Tony, there's a famous tackle in the old AFL. I think it was Mike Stratton of the Buffalo Bills tackled Keith Lincoln in the AFL championship game. There's a photograph of it, and that's what that reminded me of. That was your basic form tackle.
That's it.
This is third down and 12. Timmons rolling out, throwing, and it is complete at the 40-yard line.
Jamorian Jeffrey.
Jeffrey makes the catch, and that should be good for a Wildcat first down. They're moving the chains.
Hooten Hardware first down. That's a good job. He ran a little button hook and then took off and got the first down. Good delivery from Timmons.
So the Wildcats shake off the loss on the previous play. First down and 10. This is Dobson Martin, the junior. Martin off right tackle with a head of steam.
Got about 8.
Inside the 30-yard line down to about the 28-yard line of Poteet.
I've only seen one speed from him, and he doesn't have very long legs, but they run real quick.
Another timeout. This one presumed taken by...
I think we got an injury by Mesquite.
I see. Yeah, so it's an injury timeout.
Yep, that's their 3rd or 4th. So.
Going to be second down and 1 for the Wildcats. We'll take this timeout with them. Wildcats football continues after this on KSST.
Out of the game.
Just one spot.
Okay. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Poteet Pirate up on his feet and walking off the field on his own power here. Second down and 1 after that nice 9-yard gain by the junior Dobson Martin. Down to the 28-yard line of Poteet.
He's showing a real worth of this backfield and just giving another weapon. Like I say, our scoring people, we probably have 10 or 12 legitimate that we can put out at any time.
Martin still in the game there at running back to the right of Deuce Timmons.
Yeah, that puts Jackson out in the slot where he can get away from people, and that's good news there.
2 in the slot and 2 wide. They're changing the play from the sideline, I should say. Snap to Timmons on this second down and 1. Martin between the tackles. Martin got away from 2 or 3 tacklers, and he will score standing up. Dobson Martin. Wow.
32 yards, and he ducked. Like that's where his lack of height really hurt. Hooten Hardware first down.
And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats for that 28-yard touchdown run by Dobson Martin. And again, we got to know him during baseball season as a Wildcat outfielder. And really did not realize he had this kind of football ability and especially ability as a ball carrier.
But they put him in a lot of times as pinch runner, too.
That's right.
And so it's obvious he's got some wheels.
It's kicked by Eric Rodriguez. And he is perfect still. 28-6, the Wildcats lead it.
He may get tired.
And this is Wildcats football on KSST. Mercy. God, I can just barely see. Okay, 70 yards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 plays.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
A 70-yard drive in 7 plays for Sulphur Springs. Timmons, the quarterback, had a 13-yard run on the drive, but 28-yard touchdown run by the junior Dobson Martin.
And we had one play that was a -5 out of that too.
Right,
so.
that was the pass in the flat to
Jackson that
Jackson,
they ran. So the offense is loaded. I'm very much excited about the offense. The whole team looks good tonight, but you're supposed to against Mesquite Poteet right now, so we don't need to get too excited.
Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff from Eric Rodriguez. He'll take a short advance on the ball here, Tony. And
yeah, he's going into the wind, so he's doing that pooch.
Yeah, and there's the kick more or less to the sideline. And a fair catch called for at the 31, and a flag comes in late.
So that's going to take it up to the 46-yard line, and that's where you got to, if you're going to kick the ball in a pooch, your kicking team's got to know, be watching. Now, if they didn't have a signal, you can hit him, but referee, the guys closest didn't call, but the referee did, so he must have seen it.
Bobby Hunter had called the fair catch there for Poteet. And somebody blasted him there, and Wildcats going to be penalized, although they have yet to walk it off.
Yeah, the umpire's taking it's going to be at the 45-yard line.
There we go, 45.
They gave us 14 on it. But again, that's part of, you got to realize we're kicking deep, go all out. You're kicking pooch, be watching for that fair catch and so forth, because that turns that into a big return.
28-6, Sulphur Springs on top. The Poteet Pirates at their own 45-yard line. Great field position to start this drive. Thanks to that personal foul penalty against the Wildcats. Delayed handoff here goes to Dylan Davis. Davis for a short gain, about 3 yards, I would say, to the 48.
T.J. Bolden undercut that for that tackle. One of our defensive linemen.
Again, the Wildcats in that odd front defense, which is new. And Tony, we were talking before the game. Here's the handoff to Davis, and he's going to be dropped for a loss this time.
Let's see who's that. That's TJ again, back-to-back plays, and he got what they gained the first time back, so it's 3rd and 9.
We were commenting before the game, they're playing off the ball. The defensive line is back off the ball by about an extra step.
Yep, about a full yard, and they're not worried about getting in there. I guess it's to give a little bit of time to read is what they're doing. They're nearly 2 yards right now.
So this is 3rd down and 9 for Poteet from the 46-yard line in Pirate territory. Snap to the quarterback Joyner, and the shotgun. He backpedals. He's throwing deep. He has a man out there, and cannot corral it at the 5-yard line.
And I'm gonna call a foul on the back judge there. He might have interfered with the receiver. That was a great throw, but the back judge got caught up, and he became part of the play. So that was a lucky shot for the Wildcats. That had 60-yard touchdown play on it.
I think he underthrew him just a little bit. That's Jordan White, the intended receiver, had a step on his man there.
Yep.
And now Abraham Aguirre is back to punt again.
Ibera and Hare back. They're punting with the wind, so it may be a little better, and there's a fair catch.
And it is taken at the 20-yard line. Fair catch by Jackson Hare. I go out and talk with Brandon Faircloth on Tuesday afternoons. And they have a little punting drill at the end of practice, and he actually punts.
Does he?
To Hare and Gio, and he will tell them, I'm fine with a fair catch.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about the return so much, but a fair catch is great.
And again, catch the football.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example. 20-yard line, if for some reason they don't, you're liable to be inside the 5 if it happens to get there.
And they have had problems with that
yes,
in the not-too-distant past. But Ibarra and Jackson Hare are great back there.
That's why I like to see two of them back there, too. You don't have to run side to side to go get it.
So first down from the 20. And here's the running play to the right side, and short gain for Sulphur Springs. I think that is Jackson Hare. It was.
That was Jackson.
Trying to find a hole, and does manage to pick up a couple of yards out to the 22-yard line. Wildcats lead 28-6 with 6:26 left to go in the first half. Next week is homecoming, Tony, believe it or not, second game of the season.
Yep.
Against the Greenville Lions.
Well, they're doing homecoming and I think even senior night in non-district ball games this year. There's a lot of schools doing that. We'll talk about it later.
Snap to Timmons, fakes the handoff, passing to the far side, and I believe caught.
Deacon Carpenter, I believe.
No, that is
18?
Jeffrey.
Jamori Jeffrey, okay. I couldn't tell, Jeffrey. 18 or 19.
Just got a foot in bounds there. Up to the 37.
Good crisp pass.
I am impressed. That's the kind of the question with Deuce Timmons. How good of a passer? We know he's a great runner.
I had no doubt with anything except durability.
And that
I'm ready for him. He's got all the other tools.
3rd and 3 from the 27-yard line. Ball on the far hash as they move from right to left. H-back behind the left tackle. Snap to Timmons. Timmons picking his way. Finds a hole. Lowers his shoulder. We'll have the first down. The Hooten Hardware first down at the 31-yard line.
5-yard gain. No, we're having homecoming early next week because a lot of times it's district ball games for homecoming and senior night. I don't think that one moves. And a lot of times you get such distractions they don't play well.
Right.
So there's a whole, I've heard Paris is doing it, I believe, and several are doing where they have their senior night and homecoming during non-district, and that way they're usually lesser opponents as well.
Yep. First down. Wildcats keep it on the ground, and the handoff goes to Jackson Hare.
Yep.
And Hare off the left side, short gain, and he will pop one of these times. As Tony said, picked up about 3 to the 34-yard line.
I'm going to watch this offensive line on this play. I'm still not seeing them more than a couple yards downfield. I want to see them impose their will. That's a big bunch of guys right there.
Timmons in the shotgun, has 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Timmons in the pocket, feeling the pressure, moving his feet, scrambling, looking for somewhere to go, and ends up getting a yard and is hit from behind and brought down at the 35-yard line.
He was juking and jiving, and I thought he was still in the pile back there.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats. That Wildcat offensive line, Vincent Johnson, you know all about, 6'6", 315, the senior headed for TCU. Aiden McCarroll, Trip McIntyre, Josh Lopez, and Jeff Stevenson, left to right on the offensive line for Sulphur Springs. 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. Long count here.
They're going to call a timeout. I know the play clock was going down.
And the Wildcats take a timeout, leading 28-6. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
I believe that's our last one.
Matt. Oh, they're down him. Sure enough, I need one of these down. Somebody over there.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football on KSST, brought to you by, among others, a long cast of characters: Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical. We'll tell you more later. 3rd down and 5 for Sulphur Springs, leading 28-6 over Mesquite Poteet. Moving from right to left, snap to Timmons. Timmons flings it out into the flat here, and Jackson Hare makes the catch, but he is caught immediately and brought down
Yeah, I think that's maybe number 13.
Yeah, great tackle there.
Yeah, Jackson couldn't quite get his shoulders turned and get squared back up. It was a good play. We got a player down. It may be from Wildcats this time.
Junior linebacker Devin Watkins with that tackle on the very elusive Jackson Hare, and it's going to leave the Wildcats with a fourth down and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, we'll probably punt this one on our side of the field. We're not going to give them a short field. Can't see who it is that's down, but it is a Wildcat.
I still have not found that player. Oh, I see back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of our interior linemen, but I'm not certain.
Wildcats leading 28-6. We have 3:56 to go until halftime. This is Wildcats football on KSST. That's the setter.
Okay, we're out.
65, yep. So we'll have to see who comes in for him.
Boy, that don't look good.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats leading over Mesquite Poteet 28-6. And in this ball game so far tonight, Deuce Timmons has a 4-yard touchdown run to get the scoring going. Grayson Hardy then recovered a ball in the end zone that had been snapped over the head of the Pirate punter for a touchdown. Jackson Hare has a 5-yard touchdown run. Dobson Martin has a 28-yard touchdown run for Sulphur Springs here tonight.
Jackson's going to line up and punt this one into the wind. The wind has actually picked up a little bit from game time from the north, which is why it's so comfortable out here.
Yeah. It's a 4th down and 3 play. Snap to Hare, and he lost the handle on the ball. Now he's going to try to run it up the middle, and he's going to be close to a first down.
He's going to get it if they give him the good spot. He's going to turn it in. The linesman's not doing as well as the one over here on our side.
He gets out to the 42-yard line, and that should be good enough for the first down. But as Tony says, it depends on the spot.
It's that left foot, right foot. I think we've got it, but our friend on the Sulphur Springs sideline cost us about 6 inches, but let's see where the ball is right now. They gave it to us without a measure. Good.
They're moving the chains.
I thought they'd hosed us.
That was, on one hand, good luck. On the other hand, it's the athletic ability of Jackson Hare.
Absolutely. That's one man's game there.
I don't know what happened to cause him to bobble the snap.
Yeah, he did. It looked like he had it going, and all of a sudden he just dropped it. I think we got number 75, Dadrian Berry, in at center right now.
Okay. First down. Fake handoff by Timmons, and he then throws it into the flat over on the far side, and it is complete. And let's see if we can pick up who made that catch.
Takes the ball down to the 44-yard line.
And that
18,
is Jamorian Jeffrey again. Yeah.
I think we got by with a offensive pick over there in the slot, but that's okay if they don't. It's only a foul if they see it. So that's another Hooten Hardware first down for the Cats.
Yep. That's 14 yards on the gain there to Jeffrey. First down, Wildcats in Poteet territory at the 44. Timmons handing off between the tackles. This is Jackson Hare, short gain to the 42-yard line.
So I've seen Jeff Stevenson, number 54, who is the starting tackle. He's now at center, and 70 is in on right tackle.
Yeah, Jeff Stevenson played center last season for the Wildcats, and they have moved him out to right tackle.
Yeah, well, he's now back snapping, and number 70, who is
at right tackle.
Barry is right tackle.
Timmons faking the handoff. Timmons going wide, cutting it back, and close to another first down inside the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot it at the 31. That'll be a first down. They're moving the chains.
Hardware first down. 2:22. Wildcats are going to kick off in the to start the second half, so we need to take this on in and not give Mesquite any time to put anything together toward get out of this first half. A lot quicker quarter here.
Right, it is. Yeah, 9-yard gain there by Deuce Timmons, by the way. Man in motion, right to left. Timmons throwing over the middle, has a man at the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Mercy. That's the Jeffries there. I thought he underthrew him in it, but he went up and got it. What a catch by Jeffries.
Jamorian Jeffrey for Sulphur Springs.
Quality throw by Timmons, but it was a little under, and he had to come back and get him, and he just went and took it. So Hooten Hardware first down on that score.
For the Wildcats, that is a 38-yard touchdown pass from Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey, and Sulphur Springs leads at 34-6. A minute 57 to go in the first half. Matthew Jeter, the snap. Mason Cooper, the hold. Eric Rodriguez, the kick, is good. And 35-6, Sulphur Springs with less than 2 minutes to go in the half. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Oh, this is the 2-minute timeout. They've got that this year, too. I guess I don't know if they had that last year or not, but you do get a 2-minute warning even in high school now.
Huh. What is the purpose of that?
It's more money in the TV.
Right. I knew that's what it is. Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats on that 38-yard touchdown pass from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. That is the first touchdown pass of the season for Deuce Timmons.
First of many, I trust. We are in the midst of a 2-minute timeout that when they announced it, it hit me. I knew they had it in college, and that is a new rule this year, so it's basically an extra timeout for either team or both teams toward the end of the first half and the ball game, just like in the pros.
So that's an 80-yard drive for the Wildcats in 11 plays. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Thanks to J. Hodge for the beautiful black Tahoe in which we made the trip from Sulphur Springs over here to the Metroplex in heavy traffic this afternoon on I-30.
We've only seen about maybe 4 negative plays for the Cats. This has been a good half. Probably jinx them, but I don't think we've had any pre-snap penalties.
That's a great point.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we had a couple of face mask penalties in the first drive. But other than that may be all that we've had.
That is such a good point, because so often in the first game and maybe the first 2 or 3 games, you see a lot of that, false starts and what have you. And we have not seen that. That's exactly right.
So he's going to kick it to this 30 this time.
Short kickoff. Lands at the 35-yard. That took a very good hop for Mesquite Poteet. Right to the up man in the formation there.
It hit the ground, but they had called fair catch, and even if it hits the ground, the minute possession is gained, that's the end of the play.
However, had he bobbled it, even though it was on the ground, it would have been a free ball or not?
If he had bobbled it and doesn't have possession, he's going to have to drop it after he touches it. If he bobbles it in his hands, you still got to give him time to possess it.
Well,
but if he drops it, then all bets are off.
That's what I'm saying.
After he touches it.
Because he got a very good roll there.
Correct.
That ball, he very well could have gotten a tougher hop
if he had just touched it, all bets are off. Live ball.
Right. So from the 33-yard line for Poteet, they keep it on the ground off left tackle. And a short gain for the Pirates.
Looked like Truth came out there shaking his fist that time. I think he told him to stay out of his neighborhood.
It's Dylan Davis on the carry and only gets a yard.
Minute 40 and a running clock, so we'll see if Poteet can put anything on the board or if the clock gets them.
Second down and 9 for the Pirates, with Sulphur Springs leading 35-6. It has been all Sulphur Springs from the opening kickoff.
Yeah, they're not getting in any hurry. I think they're ready to go to get them a glass of water too.
Joyner, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Oh, he kept it. I thought he had given it to Davis. That was a good fake.
He does a good job handling the ball.
And he's across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. Now this will be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, they took that play clock all the way down to 3. So 40-second clock, and you take 37, you're not in a big hurry. They're taking it down under 20 now. They may not want us to get the ball either.
Right. Man in the slot to the left and a man wide to the left, back on either side of Kevin Joyner, the quarterback. And on the play clock, it's down to 5.
They're wanting just to run it out.
High snap and a handoff. They go between the tackles. Gain is perhaps to the 40-yard line, but then there's a wave of Wildcat tacklers that shoves the ball carrier back.
Let's see if we call timeout and make them punt. It's 4th down. I hadn't seen it yet.
That's Kelvin Woodburn on the tackle.
With our returners, I would call timeout and make them punt, see if we can run it back, but It doesn't look like we're going to do it.
It's going to be a 4th down at the 40, but I think that may have been the final play of the half. The clock ticks down to 0. So that's all for the first half, although the players don't seem to know it yet. And finally, they do realize that the half is it and everybody is going to leave the field. So a dominant first half for Sulphur Springs, 35-6 over Mesquite Poteet. And this is Wildcats football on KSST.
We have 3 spots to play for.
Whatever works for you, James. But, I mean, we could take 2 minutes of spots here if you want to run at least. We could take more than that, but I think 2 minutes is always enough. Is the band here?
Yeah, I was just looking, but I don't know if they're going to perform. The instruments there looks like the Blue Blazes are.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're down in there. They are, unless that's Poteet. That's us.
Okay.
I don't know if they ran into traffic or what.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football on KSST, and the Wildcats leading 35-6 over Mesquite Poteet. And as we have told you, we have a great roster of sponsors here for Wildcat football, including City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Copy Products, BT Medical, J. Hodge Chevrolet, also Alliance Bank, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Saputo Dairy Foods, and Christus Mother Francis Hospital. And as a matter of fact now, as we approach halftime is sponsored by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. And the Wildcat marching band, man oh man, that Wildcat band is forming over on the far side of the field, and the Blue Blazes are also getting ready to perform. We will bring you the performance here of the Wildcat band, which had another fantastic year in 24-25. Competed for the state marching band championship in San Antonio. And so here momentarily we will have the performance of the Blue Blazes and the Sulphur Springs High School band. And here they are.
Officers of this historic line are Junior Lieutenants Jay Johnson and Abby Noguera, Senior Lieutenant Irma Moreno, Co-Captain Kara Fagan, and leading the Blazes onto the field tonight, Captain Emma Palacios. The Blazes want to send a special shout out Blaze of the Week, Serenity Hill, along with their Spirit Girl of the Week, Jennifer Rodriguez. And this week's Spotlight feature, Mrs. Danielle Poole. The Blue Blazers can't thank their sponsors enough for their ongoing support this year. Sponsors include Corner Grub House, RGW Hauling, J&D Broker and Mulching, Nottingham Dodge, Larry and Sherry Finney, King Construction, The Sign Shop, House of Sabo, Bob Evans, Slaughter's Barbecue, Wyatt Tobin. The Blue Blazers are under the direction of alumni member Mrs. Meredith Dyer. Now join the Blazers as they perform a high kick routine to We Built This City.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Man, oh man, the Wildcat Band. The band is being led onto the field by drum majors Cameron Gibson, Rafael Flores, Anthony Small, and Charles McDermott. The Wildcat Band would like to recognize this week's section of the week, the Blue Boys, this year's Swallow Champion. This week's band members are Naomi Ramirez and Kayla Sanchez. Tonight, the Wildcat Band is excited to kick off their 2025 season, presenting the first two movements of their UIL competition show, Stained Glass. A musical journey demonstrating the beauty and artistry of these beautiful windows and what they represent. Tonight's soloists are junior Haven Harvey, sophomore Charles DeMecto, and senior JC Barnett. The band would like to start tonight by thanking our amazing band boosters and all of their support throughout summer band practices. Sit back and enjoy the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band and Stained Glass.
Well, that's what I figured. I was looking at these and I knew it wasn't this. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Silver Springs High School Wildcat Band. Directors for the band are Spencer Emmett, Allison Martinez, Cody Ryan, Zachary Griffin, Brittany Robinette, Steve Amador, and Marshall Loman. Follow the band next week in their home opener at Quinn Stadium. Go Wildcats!
The Sulphur Springs High School Band and Blue Blazes on the field at halftime, performing here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, with the Wildcats leading 35-6 over the Poteet Pirates. And we'll come back and recap the first half with you when Wildcats football continues after this on KSST. Okay.
Yeah, true. That's me.
Should be the same as it was.
I know that. Wildcat ball on SST. I'm John Dempsey along with Tony Flippin. James Terry, our producer in the studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. These games are streamed on the KSST YouTube channel, so you can look in and watch the game for yourself if you like. YouTube this evening. Get that. Of course, they will be played back later on YouTube, also channel 18. Channel 18 in Sulphur Springs. So, Wildcats got off to a great start in this game, a 60-play, 6-play drive. They had a 20-yard run on the drive by Jackson Hare, but Deuce Timmons got the touchdown on a 4-yard run. Eric Rodriguez kicked the extra point to make it 7-0. Wildcats defense then forced Poteet to punt, and there was a bad snap over the head of the punter into the and it was recovered for a touchdown by Jason Hardy from Sulphur Springs, and the Wildcats led 14-0. All of this in the first quarter. Sulphur Springs, after another stop of Poteet, a 62-yard, 6-play drive, 20-yard pass to Jackson Virgil on that drive. Jackson Hare, 5-yard touchdown run for Sulphur Springs to make it 21-0. And then Poteet got on the board as they drove 7 yards in 8 plays. And their quarterback, Kevin Joyner, on a scramble, ran 11 yards for a touchdown. Beautiful run by Joyner. Extra point was no good. 21-6. The Wildcats led at that point. And that was the score at the end of the first quarter. Sulphur Springs then, on their first possession of the second quarter, a 70-yard drive in 7 plays. And Martin, a 28-yard touchdown run for the Wildcats. Extra point by Rodriguez, again good, 28-6. Wildcats led. They forced Poteet to punt. And then a 80-yard drive in 11 plays and a 31-yard touchdown pass from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. The final score of the first half for Sulphur Springs. That's where we stand at halftime, 35-6. Poteet band on the field now, the fans. So, Tony, your impressions of the first half and the Wildcats' dominant performance?
It's exactly what I hope to see, because we have outmanned, so we've just dominated the half like I expected. The thing that I'm the most proud of, it's unofficial, but I've seen 2 face mask penalties against the Cats in the first drive by Poteet. We've had 0 offensive and 0 pre-snap that I can remember, and I know last year we have a propensity to shoot ourselves in the foot from time to time, and that thing further in the playoffs and so forth, is to be this. We're supposed to be. So this is exactly what I was hoping for. Now I would hope we play 1 or 2 series in the second half and then put some subs in, stay healthy, get everybody some reps there too.
Well, that so often the game, and maybe the first 2 or 3 games, you see a lot of, as you say, penalties, the false starts and what have you, and we just have not seen it at all.
We've been very disciplined, and the 2 face masks are nothing but effort, so you can't fault them. You don't want them, but you can't fault the effort penalty.
Wildcats have had great quarterback play the last 2 seasons, really the last 3 seasons, with Brady Driver for 2 seasons, and then Ken Mitchell up as a senior. Phenomenal for the Wildcats last season, but it looks like Simmons is going to pick right where they left him.
Friday, and he's just like, hey, he's a threat to score every time he puts his hand on the ball. We got several players that are like that. That's what we may have some high-scoring games when we get up against another team, but I'm not thinking that anybody's going to shut our offense off very much except us. And if we played this, then we should be in good shape.
A couple of baseball players made a big impression in the first half. Martin started in the out for the Wildcats and had that 8-yard. He looks really good.
I'm very impressed
carrying
with
the
him.
foot.
He does.
And then also Jackson had a couple of catches in the first half for 20 yards. That's good. And then at the wideout position, another Wildcat out.
And we had Carpenter that got in there. He hasn't caught one yet. He's been in there too as a sophomore. Virgil's a sophomore as well. So with this senior-laden team to have sophomore contributing, that means they're good. So we're in really good shape for the Wildcats.
Wildcats next week against their old Green Bulls. That'll be the homecoming game, Tony. But when I think of homecoming, candy and little in the air, the girls wearing the sweaters, so that's all gone now. And have it in September. Hope we have weather like this next Friday night.
When I think of homecoming, I played homecoming games because you always somebody you can cream. We had 5 of them on the road, unfortunately, and then our.
But we'll have the homecoming next Friday night, second week of the season. Of course, you probably know the home 6:30 p.m. Tuesday evening, and the homecoming Queen nominees have already been announced. But we're looking forward to that next week, and quite frankly, Tony, it's unlikely that's a challenge very much more next week again.
I think it'll be a little better than this, but still not to our standard. It's going to take a week. The Mount Pleasant games first, we're going to be challenged. It should be, unless Greenville's made some big strides. They're trying to build again, and last year they were about like Poteet.
Third week season at Bull gave Cats a very good game at last year.
Forgot about them. That's the first half, and then Mount Pleasant.
But now Bullard, surprisingly, after the way they played against the Wildcats, did not go on to have a particularly good season.
Really?
They gave Sulphur Springs a hard time last year, and we get in the third week
and again,
of the season.
That might be one of those where we got ourselves in the Bullard game too.
Right.
So if we don't make mistakes, then Bullard will give us of a take. If we play disciplined football on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to win lots of ball games here.
Other games tonight, Cody at Tom Bean, Como at Union Grove. Tell me if you have any games, Tony.
I forgot to look. I'm going to call up my Max Prep and see if I can.
I'll give you this list. Mount Vernon at New Diana. Annandale at Campbell. And Cooper and Saline. Cooper's playing up a class there. Edgewood at Commerce. Mineola at Decatur. And Rain at Lone Oak tonight. There's a rivalry game, I would think. Rains and Lone Oak, not separated by more than just a few miles. Last night, the Winsboro Raiders started the season for what season on a Thursday and beat Tatum. They routed Tatum 55-28 final. Winsboro over Tatum Thursday night. Now in Sulphur Springs District this evening. Salina, number 1 state, of course, the defending state champions. Belleville. Lake Dallas at home versus Denton. Paris at Sanger. Aubrey at home versus Sunnyvale. That'll be a good ball game. Unity at. And last night, Frisco Panther Creek opened the season by decimating Lake Worth. No surprise there, 65-0. The final score over Lake Worth. If you'd like to check on some of those games, I'll leave you those notes.
I'm not giving any my apps. I didn't do any prep work for tonight on that. I take for granted everything works. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a different way. Texas
Rangers on the road at Sacramento tonight against the Athletics, and you believe the injuries and the illnesses. Now it's Corey Hager who's out with an appendectomy.
I'm here to tell you, Bart went out Monday. Then they trade Micah Parsons. Then I hear that an appendectomy. I'm like, what next?
That was exactly. I said, what next? Well, Rodgers had a season, but really the and the nature of for the players season. Evan Carter now gone for the Marcus. It's been a tough year for some great, and of course here the Rangers says too. So it is 35 to 6. I can two sets of that I'm and I do not you and have got without any kind of I've got to switch for 35 to 6 Cats, and we're going to put the football continues after this. Okay, good.
Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, football on KSST brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Frances Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hardware, VT Medical, City National Bank, Lee House Assisted Living, and J. Hodge Chevrolet. Thanks to J. Hodge for providing the terrific black Tahoe trip today. The pregame is brought to you by Super Handy at a halftime, which we have just concluded. Brought to you by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. Thanks to all those fine sponsors. Please tell them you appreciate them sponsoring Wildcat Sports on KSST. Lady Wildcat volleyball team, of course, has started their season under head coach Bailey Dorner. They're off to a good start. They are 12-6. They beat Canton on Tuesday night, 3-1, and they play Rains at 5:30 night. The Wild Ballers. So Summer Springs will be kicking off here to start the second half, leading 35-6. Tony, you have some scores?
I haven't found anything. I came across Little Elm Lobos, which is our old superintendent's school now. And Keyston Alexander is in his first game as head coach, and we've got a typo because it's got that they're leading 1,089-8 over Frisco in the third quarter. So good luck to Keyston and his new team over there at Little Elm. No, I just now got my password reset, so I'm going to have to just, if I come across one, I'll blurt it out.
Well, do that. Eric Rodriguez has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The Wildcats' outstanding senior kicker. He was 5 for 5 on his extra points in the first half. Here is his kick. And this one taken at the 6-yard line for Poteet. And the return diagonally across the field to the 20, the 25-yard line. And a pretty good return there for Poteet.
Yep. Cumbie's behind 35-6 at halftime against Tom Bean. That's the first one I came across.
Okay.
Paris is up 21-7 the third quarter over Sanger, district opponent.
Right.
Try and see if I can find Como, but it's not given to me yet.
So first down for Poteet at the 25-yard line. Pirates moving right to left to the north end zone at Memorial Stadium in Mesquite, trailing 35. Wildcats in their new odd man front. And handoff, draw play up the middle, and a good gain out to the 31-yard line.
Yep, got about 6 on that one. Got initial wave and then had a gang tackle.
I believe that was Dylan Davis again on the carry. He had the carry first half. We have a new quarterback for Poteet. I believe this might be number 2. And now that's still Joyner. He fakes the handoff, and he is going to be down for a loss. And 4 Sulphur Springs on the tackle.
Truth kind of gave him a little 260-pound love tap after he's on the ground, so but he did it in a nice way.
Blaine Allen, senior defensive lineman with the tackle there for the Wildcats. So this a loss back to the 25, the original line of scrimmage, and this is third down and 10. Ball between the hash marks. And Joyner in the shotgun, throwing deep, and has his man underthrew it, but he came back and made the catch at the Sulphur Springs 40-yard line.
That was a great job by the receiver. Galloway had very good coverage, but he lost the ball, and when he kind of looked back on it, the receiver made the adjustment. He couldn't, so that was just a fortunate play by Poteet.
Tyler Cornelius with the catch. And as I said, he had to come back to the ball.
Yep, it's almost like one of those back shoulders, except I don't think that's what it was. I think that's throwing in the wind, and he just couldn't get it. We had some kind of foul, too. What we have?
I was looking down. I missed that, but it's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yarder, but it had to be a personal foul. So there again.
Either that or unsportsmanlike conduct.
We had a good first half. We can't give them that.
So first down from the 25-yard line. This is Dylan Davis again off the left side. And he goes outside the tackle here almost to the sideline and gets to the 17-yard line of the Wildcats.
And this is what happens when you have a 35-6 lead, too. You come out and you might have a little complacency about you. Poteet wants to get after it, so we need to check ourselves and get with it ourselves.
Kevin Joyner, the quarterback, has back on either side of him. He gives it to Dylan Davis, sort of a cross buck there, going from right to left. Crosses the 15 down to the 13-yard line of the Wildcats.
Looks like it might be a first down, but they hadn't done anything. I guess they're going to say third down.
Haven't moved the down marker, have they?
Haven't you moved anything yet?
Yeah, I thought they would have a first down, but apparently
there's
not.
Another foul.
Waving it off.
Okay,
that may be the hesitation.
Yep. So
now they move the down marker.
It's going to be third, and now we're going to have first at 13.
They're moving the chain.
Yep. First game for the officials too.
Well, they're having more difficulty than the Wildcats are, at least.
Yeah.
You know, there haven't been that many penalties against Poteet.
There haven't. It's been a very, very clean game.
First down at the Wildcat 13-yard line. Poteet trailing 35-6. Godbolt and Davis on either side of the quarterback Joyner. He fakes to Godbolt. He's going to go left, short side of the field, and then has to high step it out of bounds.
Not much gain there. It's a good job of stringing it out. Got about a yard, maybe.
Yeah, got it to perhaps the 12-yard line. Second down and 9. Poteet moving from right to left. To the north end zone, not much of a breeze here tonight, so that is really no factor. Man in motion from left to right. And the give is to Dylan Davis, and he is going to be brought down for a loss behind the line back at about the 15-yard line.
Truth caused it, and then 32 is Jackson Medlock. No, TJ Bolden.
Yeah.
TJ came in and wrapped up. Truth was a big disruptor on that one.
So third down and 11 from the 15-yard line for Poteet, the Wildcat 15. They've strung together several plays here, have a nice little drive going, but now it's third down. Wildcats again in that odd defense. Truth Holmes is the nose guard. They're a couple of yards off the ball at the line of scrimmage. Joyner in the shotgun, moving around in the pocket. Under pressure, has to throw it away.
Great job. That's a good job by him. He held it on as long as he could and then threw it out of bounds because that had trouble all over it. So it's going to be 4th and 11. I don't assume they'll go for a field goal. They'll probably try and put something up. They can get a first down at about the 3-yard line.
Again, Blaine Allen putting pressure on, and also Jackson Kirkpatrick for Sulphur Springs.
A lot of pursuit. That quarterback's quite elusive.
Yeah, he is.
Does a good job. He's not to the level of Timmons, but he's not far behind, in my mind.
4th and 11 from the Sulphur Springs 15-yard line. They will go for the first down. Man in motion, the wide out from left to right. Fake a handoff going left. Joyner in trouble, sprinting out to his right, eludes a tackler, throwing, and incomplete at the 5-yard line. But, boy, he is elusive.
He is, but that's great pursuit. We had 3 guys out there, and he's rolling wide. He can keep it open, but he didn't have anybody. So that's going to turn over on downs. It should be the Wildcats' ball on the 15-yard line moving out. Maybe the 14. No, it's 15.
Yeah.
So let's see now if the defense had a little lapse early but then came to life and didn't allow a score. Let's see if the offense can come out a little more ready to go.
35-6 Sulphur Springs, and this is the first offensive possession of the second half. We'll see if any substitutes appear. Wildcats actually substituted freely in the first half.
Yes.
In all honesty,
I think they're going to do that all year. That's what I'm saying. We've got enough.
Here's Jackson Hare taking the handoff, and Hare going to his left. Keeps his feet moving, bounces off a tackler, and finally is brought down at about the 24-yard line.
Mm-hmm. About 8. Jackson's not got a ton of yards, but yet he's got a respectable amount of yards,
right.
But he hadn't hit the big one yet, but I bet he does before the game's out.
He's got a 5-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. This now is second down and 2 for Sulphur Springs. H-back, and they're behind the left guard. That's probably Quinn Harris. Here's the give. It's not Quinn Harris, but that is the give to is it Jackson Hare or is it
they said it was Hare.
No, that
looks like 0.
No, that is of course
Quinn Harris.
Quinn Harris, yeah.
Yep.
But there was another back, and Quinn Harris would be normally the H-back.
Okay.
But another one was playing H-back that time, and that was Matthew Jeter.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in there.
So anyway,
that's what we're saying. They're probably going to have some of that this second half.
Harris gets the first down. Or I beg your pardon, they did not get the first down, but this is a third down and 1 play, and now they get the first down.
Now he gets it, yep.
And that's a Hooten Hardware first down for Sulphur Springs. So Harris came up a little bit short. And Tony, I did not pick up the ball carrier on that particular down. Did you get that one?
I think the one that got the first down was Timmons. It was just a keeper.
Okay, that was Deuce Timmons then. Now Quinn Harris this time is in as the H-back behind the right tackle.
Yep.
And here's the give to Jackson Hare, and Hare
they're just
goes down behind the line.
Yep, they're keying big time on him. If I'm Coach Faircloth right now, I'm going to take the clock down inside 5 each time, shorten this ball game up, work on some strength and some plays, get some subs in, but I'm not going to worry about running the score up.
Kevin Watkins, great job of penetration there for Mesquite Poteet making the tackle on the Wildcats' great senior Jackson Hare.
Well, they've done a decent job on Jackson. They've caught him at the line 3 or 4 times.
Second down and 13, and here's a little delay give to Jackson Hare. Now he pops into the secondary here. He's at the 50s down the sideline on the far side, and still on his feet at the 20, and there he goes. He will score.
You remember that one that I said he hadn't broke one yet? Well, never mind. That one's 65, but we got a flag up there, so it may be coming back.
I got 75 on that one.
75, yep. Flag's on the 32, but I got a feeling we're coming back. He'll just do it again.
Were you able to see the call there by the
No, but it's going to be a block in the back or a hold being at the 32.
Yeah.
Because he was going that way, so I don't know which. Hadn't seen the signal, but it's going to be a 10-yarder either way.
So a 75-yard touchdown run, much of it in traffic for Jackson Hare. And he broke a tackle at about the 20-yard line and then sailed on into the end zone, but it's coming back.
Yep.
And this will move the ball back to the 22-yard line. Tony said from the 32 was where the call was made, so probably blocking the back.
It's either blocking the back or hold. Both of them hold 10-yard penalties, so either or.
So this is second down still and very long for Springs.
We kind of rushed to the line, and there's our first snap penalty. I don't like that. Now they're waving that off, so I don't know what's going on there because we definitely jumped.
We have scoreboard says second down and 16. That's more like
it.
Yeah. Second down and 16.
Poteet coach is questioning why are we, and I am too, why would we wave that off? Because we were standing around, all of a sudden we rushed to the line, and we hadn't been doing that. We were going to try to hide the lineup.
Line to gain for Sulphur Springs is the 38-yard line.
Yep.
From the 22, so this is second down and 16. Moments ago, a 75-yard touchdown run showing the terrific athletic ability of Jackson Hare. Called back. Snap to Timmons. Handoff. The middle. And this one's going nowhere.
That's Dobson
and
there.
That is Dobson Martin on that carry for Sulphur Springs, but the Poteet defense at times here has looked quite stout.
Yep. But we're being basic right now, too. We're going right up the gut.
Right.
So that helps, but I'm okay with some of that.
A yard to the 23-yard line now, so this is third and 15 for Sulphur Springs. Wildcats lead 35-6. More than halfway through the third quarter here, and this is starting to look a little ragged here in the second half.
Yeah.
Hare goes in motion, leaving an empty backfield. Timmons dropping back, setting up a screen. And this is a bubble screen, or a tunnel screen, actually, to Jackson Hare, who had gone out to the left and then came back to the middle. Makes the catch, picks up a few yards to the 27-yard line.
We'll go to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10 or 10 and a half. Jackson will come in to punt this one away with the wind. Of course, you always got that option, too, with Jackson and the ball in his hands. He could break it at any time. I don't know if he has a coach's blessing that he can run if he feels like it. I don't know.
Well, you remember he ran in the first half.
He did on
one
a
occasion,
bobble.
but he bobbled it.
Yep.
No choice.
Oh, that's
off the side of the foot.
Off the side of the foot.
That was
didn't
not
get
good.
to midfield.
Yeah, that's not a good one at all.
No.
And he slaps himself in the helmet there, mad at himself.
It's going to start about the 42. And I don't know that Poteet got a real good spot there, but that's where they're going to start, 42 on the Wildcats side. And number 22 is down on the ground over there, which is Godbolt. Looks like to me that looked like a cramp fall, because he kind of holding his leg, but they're attending to him right now.
It's about an 18-yard punt there by Jackson Hare.
Yeah.
And it'll be first down for Poteet at the 42-yard line. Wildcats leading 35-6. Sulphur Springs has not scored here in the second half. We had the 75-yard beautiful run by Jackson Hare called back here a few moments ago. Now Poteet will have very good field position at the Sulphur Springs 42-yard line.
Yeah, Godbolt's going off stiff-legged. I'm pretty sure that one's going to be a cramp. Still got early season conditioning going on, where they don't have the heat that normally we're talking about at this time of the year, but still been running a lot, and that leg will cramp up.
Flags are not moving down there in the north end zone too much, but I do feel that breeze coming through our cracked window here, our open window, which is pleasant.
It's very nice.
On first down, play action pass, and Joyner throwing to the right side of the formation.
Preston Nottingham all over the receiver, and he tackled him real close as soon as he caught the ball. So basically no yards on that one.
Second down and 10 for Poteet at the Wildcat 42-yard line. Sulphur Springs jumped out to a 21-0 lead in the first quarter in this game. They have never looked back. Snap to Kevin Joyner. Handoff goes to Hall, or
Pennell got that one.
This is Woodburn, rather. Kelvin Woodburn, he is stopped for no gain at the 42-yard line.
Trey Pennell got him dead in his tracks. And I think we've got Riley Hughes is in the middle in Truth Holmes' spot. It looks like Truth may. No, that's Riley still in the middle.
Third down and 10, almost picked off for Sulphur Springs in the flat there.
That was Hardy.
Was that Grayson Hardy? Yeah. He had nothing but
he will
artificial turf in front of him.
He will have a couple of pick sixes on throws just like that, because he is such a hawk.
They have moved him again from free safety to linebacker. He had 179 tackles last season for the Wildcats at safety. And the thinking is he'll have even more at linebacker. So fourth down and 10 for Poteet. They gained absolutely no yards on 3 downs against the Wildcat defense. And now they will punt. And Abraham Aguirre gets the punt away. And it's a very short punt, but actually works out pretty well. It goes out of bounds at the 20 if he punted it into the end zone. Out the same effect. So 2:57 to go third quarter, and the Wildcats still holding on with a 35-6 lead. There has been no scoring here in the third quarter.
I look for that to continue. I think 14 points is going to be it about in the second half.
The intensity has been dialed down quite a bit here.
Rolling the clock. Yep, 2:57 left for as long as that first quarter was. Just get this one out of the way, get to the fourth, don't get anybody hurt.
Deuce Timmons in the shotgun, takes the snap, gives it to Dobson Martin. Martin over the left side into the secondary, lowers his shoulder, and knocks the man down, and he has the first down at about the 31-yard line.
I think Timmons is your star of the show right now, but Dobson's right behind, and that's not to knock Jackson Hare. Jackson may have more yards, but we expect it out of him, and Dobson has come to show us something. He's wanting playing time rest of the year. He's still in there.
Quinn Harris in the ball game at an H-back position behind the right tackle. Two wide to the near side, one to the far side. Timmons in the shotgun. Gives it off to Dobson Martin.
Dobson again. He didn't get anything that time.
He's bottled up in the middle there.
And again, we're basic right now.
Going to call that no gain to the 31-yard line.
Going to go inside 2 minutes before the next snap, and I think that's going to be a theme for the rest of the ball game.
It's like Jeff Stevenson still at center for Sulphur Springs out over the football.
Okay.
Deuce Timmons looking to the sideline for the play. Stepped up to say something to his offensive line, gets the snap, drops back a step. Now he's going to run it up the middle as a big hole appears, and Timmons eludes one tackler, another, still on his feet at the 30. There he goes. He's going to score.
Don't see any flags back there this time, so that's he did his Jackson Hare impersonation.
Makes it look easy.
He does. He can just sway and go. So Hooten's Hardware first down.
Now that is a 69-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons.
A lot of downfield blocking, and then that's just natural ability to play off of the blocks and juke and jive.
Some elusive moves there at midfield, and by the time he got to the 30, he was in the clear. And good.
Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
About to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Not as many here in the second half as there were in the first half. 69-yard touchdown run by Deuce Timmons. He had 20 touchdowns last season as a sophomore for the Wildcats, mostly playing a goal line quarterback who would come in on the goal line situations. But he had some long touchdown runs as well.
Yeah. We got some speed. Our skill people, we've got lots of speed right now. And we've always had maybe one or two, but I'm so excited. We've got 10 people out there that can run a race for us.
Of course, the Wildcats, I've got my notes on that somewhere, had a terrific track season.
Okay.
And went to the state track meet. Creed Wisenhut, did he win the 100-yard or 100-meter?
I think something
He's up
like
there
that.
With that. Kickoff by Rodriguez into the end zone, or actually to the goal line, and the return will be out to about the 15-yard line.
Look, I think that might be 22.
Return is to the 17-yard line.
Godbolt.
Yep, that would be,
If that's Godbolt, he was the one that was down. His cramp feels better.
Zay Godbolt, senior linebacker, going down on kick coverage for the Wildcats. So first down at the 17 for Poteet. Timmons has that 4-yard touchdown run to start the game. Now the 69-yard run. Also had the 31-yard touchdown pass to Jamori and Jeffrey late in the second quarter. Quite a showing in his debut as the Wildcat starting quarterback.
Yep.
Kevin Joyner in the shotgun for Poteet. Has a back on either side. Fakes to the right back. Now gives it to the left halfback. And that is Kelvin Woodburn, who gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much more.
Lucas Shirley on the tackle. I think that's the first time we've called his name, but he got in on that one.
It is. You're right about that. No gain.
We got Truth Holmes back in the middle this time, so we may be having some every other series right now.
They keep it on the ground, off right tackle it goes, and across the 20 up to about the 23-yard line.
3rd and 5. Let's see if we can hold them right here and force that punt. I think we'll probably see the quarterback keeper here.
That was Woodburn on the carry again for the Poteet Pirates. Kevin Joyner, the quarterback, looking to the sideline for the play.
They're going to run out the quarter. That's wondering what they're doing because the 40 seconds not going. We got 5 seconds left and run out the quarter.
Right. End of the third quarter, the Wildcats lead at 41-6 over Mesquite Poteet. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Okay, thank you, James. If you can find any other scores, Tony, that'd be great.
Well, I stopped on, I hadn't gotten very far, but the Little Elms 21-13 down. That's Keyston's deal. It goes by mileage, and I have to go try to find them. And it goes from where we're sitting instead of at home.
Huh. Going to the fourth quarter, the Wildcats lead at 41-6 over Mesquite Poteet. Wildcats at home next Friday night, the first home game of the 25 season, and it's the homecoming game.
Yep.
As the Wildcats be taking on their old foes, the Greenville Lions.
I'm seeing Parish Wildcats 21, Sanger Indians 7 going into the fourth quarter.
Good.
Paris on the road there.
Paris, a district opponent for the Wildcats.
Yep. Crandall's beating Mount Pleasant 17-3 at halftime. Como-Picton down 21-12 to Union Grove starting the fourth.
A mix-up in the backfield there for Poteet, and finally Dylan Davis ends up with the football, and he's able to, well, I guess he got a yard or two there, didn't he?
Still 4th and 5, forcing a punt, so that's a good job of basically 3 and out for us.
Gets out to the 23-yard line, and Abraham Aguirre, who has been a busy young man for Poteet punting tonight, is in there again.
Cooper and Grand Saline 21.
There's another
there's
snap over the head of Gary.
And he punts
Fields it in the end zone, does a terrific job of getting that kick. Oh, my.
Well, I think we're still going to get it inside the 30.
That's the play of the game for Poteet there.
Yep.
Gary saved at least a safety, if not a touchdown there, and kicked it on the run.
Going to put it on the 33.
What a job by Gary. And the punt is going to be about 12 yards statistically, but he did a terrific job.
He did a great job.
So the Wildcats will have great field position at the 33-yard line. That is the second high snap over Gary's head tonight, and the first time the Wildcats scored a touchdown when Grayson Hardy was among several Wildcats chasing the ball, but it was Grayson who fell on it in the end zone.
Their snapper can put some whip on the ball.
They're going to have to work on that.
Going to have to work on that.
Wildcats start at the 33. Let's see, Deuce Timmons still in the ball game at quarterback.
I think we got another running back in there.
And the handoff, that is Keyshawn John. I've been wondering about him.
I thought it was a different back. He looked a little stockier.
Keyshawn John, who got a lot of yards the last 2 seasons for the Wildcats and is now a senior, gets down to the 25-yard line for a gain of 8 yards.
Good. Thank you.
Keyshawn John. Last season with have to check on those stats again. Here's a bad snap as all the way back at the 44-yard line.
Yep. So
Deuce Timmons has to fall on the ball.
That's the worst miscue we've had tonight, and Timmons did exactly what he needed to. Just get on the ground, don't risk anything. It's going to make it 3rd and about 22.
Keyshawn John, what I was looking for, had 371 yards rushing for the Wildcats last season, 8.6 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns, including an 85-yard touchdown run.
All
So
right.
they have a lot of depth.
We do. That's our strength. Absolutely our strength on offense.
So on the bad snap that Tony was telling you about, the loss is back to the 44-yard line. This is 3rd down and 21. Timmons passing downfield and has a man inside the 5-yard line.
He got it.
And that is
That's
Jeffrey.
Jeffries again.
Wow.
He got it, hit him right in the breadbasket, and he bounced it, but he kept his concentration and did it again. Perfectly thrown ball, put the air under it, and let him go find it. So that's exactly what you do, and that was on a 3rd and 22.
Right.
So that's what you call up. Great job, Hooten Hardware, first down for the Wildcats.
And Farmers Electric Co-op says, way to go, Wildcats, for that touchdown. That is a 44-yard
Yeah, something
touchdown
like that.
pass. Second one of the night from Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. And the kick by Eric Rodriguez is good, out of the hold of Mason Cooper.
Better snap, better hold that time. That's our one glitch. Earlier was a bad, we couldn't tell if it was a snap or the hold, but regardless, we had one extra point that we had a faux pas on. Everything else has looked great.
The snap there by Matthew Jeter. 48-6, the Wildcats lead, 9:42 to go. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
John Mark, it's Northeast. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football on KSST. Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go, Wildcats, for that 44-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 21 from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. Second touchdown of the night for each one of them. Second passing touchdown of the night. Timmons has 2 rushing touchdowns, 169 yards and 1 4.
And I'm not sure, I don't keep the stats, but Timmons has not dropped many, or has not had very many incomplete passes either for the game. I think he's only missed maybe 1 or 2.
I think you're right.
He may have all but a perfect night. We're going to pooch it into the wind, so we kicked it deep with the wind, and we're going to pooch it into the wind.
And fair catch called for at the 32-yard line. Now the ball was free there for a moment, but apparently
they bobbled it, and the referee blew the whistle too quick. You can't sit there and assume they're going to catch it, but he got on top of it quick. So, but we could have gone after the fumble.
48-6 Sulphur Springs. They led 21-0 at one point in the first quarter. They led 35-6 at the half. It's been a little bit sloppy here in the second half, but a couple of touchdowns here in recent moments by the Wildcats liven things up a lot, and now 48-6 the lead for Sulphur Springs.
Yep. This is kind of what you think in the second half of a lopsided game like that. People just can't stay on point when you've got control of the game.
I think quite a few substitutions here for the Wildcats on defense here in the fourth quarter. And I believe it's a new quarterback also for Poteet. The pass deep downfield is incomplete. That new quarterback in the ball game for Poteet.
That number 7?
Yep.
That back judge is going to have to get in a little better position. He was in the way there again.
Isaiah Hall is the quarterback for Poteet. Currently now we have a wideout who comes off the line of scrimmage obviously before the snap, so that'll be
procedure.
False start, classic false start there.
And again, Poteet's done a good job with fouls too. This has been a relatively penalty-free game. I'm going to say 6 or 7 for the game at this point.
Isaiah Hall, the new quarterback, taking the place here of Kevin Joyner, who I would say has done a pretty darn good job for Poteet.
He reminded me of the quarterback for Kaufman a couple of years back. Not to that extent, but that style.
Now, big gain here on the ground for Poteet.
Going to get the first down out of it.
Go right, then cut it back left all the way out to the 45-yard line.
We'll see if the Wildcat defense bends but doesn't break, doesn't give them another score. We want to keep a shutout going this second half.
Snap to Hall. And up the middle it goes. This time Wildcats offering stiffer resistance there to Dylan Davis, who had the big gain on the previous down. This time a gain of about 4 yards. And it'll be second down and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 49-yard line. In Poteet territory, approaching midfield here. 48-6, the Wildcats lead.
And they are working on our subs, so we can expect some yardage there.
Hall giving off to Dylan Davis. Davis running tough over the left side, lowers his shoulder, and into Sulphur Springs territory he goes, down to the 46-yard line.
Going to give him another first down and get the clock rolling. 8 minutes and 20 seconds and running. That's what we're trying to do. We're going to get out of here. 9:17. We've been at it 2 hours, 17 minutes. We're going to see if we can get this done pretty quick.
First down, Poteet at the Sulphur Springs 44. Big hole up the middle. And a gain inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Again, this is Dylan Davis, who's piling up a fairly impressive number of yards here, especially in the second half. But as Tony has pointed out, almost entirely second unit or even perhaps third unit players for Sulphur Springs on defense here. Second down and 1 for Poteet. Again up the middle, Dylan Davis. And this time hit hard
got stopped
at the line
there.
of scrimmage.
I think they're going to give them third down. They're not going to give them the first down yet. It's going to be, well, they are going to, man over here is saying first down close enough. That's okay. And the clock's running again.
Trey Pinnell on the tackle for the Wildcats. First down and 10. Down to 7:16 to go in the ball game. And Hall, Isaiah Hall, going to his right, and then cutting it back and finding a good gain here for Poteet inside the 30 down to the Sulphur Springs 28-yard line.
Got a penalty, though, so that was probably coming back at the line of scrimmage, so I'm going to say we got a hold or a chop.
It is a holding.
So it's going to be 2nd and 20.
Holding call against Poteet, going to bring back a nice gain there. 48-6 Sulphur Springs. 7:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. First game of the 25 season. Wildcats at home next Friday night against Greenville in the homecoming game. First and 20 now from the 46-yard line for Poteet. Line to gain is the 26-yard line of Sulphur Springs. Handoff going left. In traffic, and a short gain there for Poteet to the 42-yard line.
Nottingham on the tackle there around the right side.
That's Kelvin Woodburn on the carry for the Pirates.
Second and 16.
Yeah.
4 down territory. We're going to go inside 6 minutes on this run here unless they have an incomplete pass.
Isaiah Hall, the backup quarterback, in now in the shotgun, has the running back to his right. 2 wideouts near side, 1 to the far side.
Gain of about 3.
Handoff, it goes between the tackle. And stumbling out to about the 40-yard line again, Kelvin Woodburn. And Dylan Davis coming back into the ball game, taking his place. Third down and 14.
In all honesty, Poteet's helping out running the clock out too. I think it's obvious that they know what's going on, but they're not getting in any rush.
Line to gain, the Wildcat 21-yard line.
That one didn't work. Everybody got them there.
Hand off to Dylan Davis, and he is met by stiff resistance up the middle from Sulphur Springs.
34 is Justin Strickland would put the bear hug on him, and then he had the help of the rest of them. About 5 of them there. So now you got 4th and 14 or 15. They're still letting the clock run. We're inside 5 minutes now. So
Preston Nottingham on that tackle also for Sulphur Springs. So 4th down and 15. Sulphur Springs 41-yard line, clock rolling with 4:43 to go. Wildcats up 48-6. Hall, play action pass, lots of time to throw. Over the middle, has a man out there, and it's just a little too long.
They've had 3 balls that have just been about a yard off, and every time they're getting behind our guy. So we got to stiffen up our deep coverage there. If we had somebody that was throwing it like Deuce has on his 2 times to Jeffries, we'd have 14 more points on there. But as it is, turnover on downs, 1st and 10 going north for the Wildcats at the 41. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in a good opening ball game.
Wildcats lead at 48-6 with 2 touchdowns here in the second half. They led at halftime, 35-6. We have a 69-yard run by Deuce Timmons and a 44-yard pass from Timmons to Jeffrey here in the second half. And on first down, that's an option play.
Got Cooper in there at quarterback now.
Yeah. New quarterback for the Wildcats, Mason Cooper. Cooper saw limited action last year as a junior. First down or second down now at the 41-yard line. Clock is rolling mercifully with 3:55 to go, and the Wildcats on top 48-6 over Mesquite Poteet.
We're not really worried about it. If we get 1 first down, that'll be satisfactory. We're just going to run it up and take our 40 seconds and punt it to them if we have to inside 2 minutes.
Cooper giving it off to Keyshawn John up the middle, and John only a yard or so out to about the 42-yard line. Keyshawn capable of breaking a long one.
Yep.
Wildcats taking lots of time here, looking to the sideline for the play. Play clock still shows 17 seconds. We'll see how much of that they use.
Yeah, they should be snapping it inside 5.
3 men wide of the formation to the near side, 1 to the far side. Mason Cooper with a good arm, passing downfield, but incomplete.
Expecting a up and out on the pass, and the the receiver kept going. So that's going to bring up 4th down in a punting situation. Brings Jackson Hare back out with 2:52. I figured we'd go ahead and just run that one and get another 40 seconds off the clock, but they didn't see it eye to eye with me.
Brady Dodd, the intended receiver there. So 4th down, let's see if Jackson Hare's back into punt.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. Unless something breaks down, I don't think he's going to do anything except.
No, but I was wondering if someone else might punt.
Yeah, it is Jackson.
Yeah, he will punt.
Yeah.
Clock stopped on the incomplete pass with 2:52 to go, and the Wildcats leading 48-6.
Yeah, we called timeout on the Wildcats, or did we? No.
A delay of game.
Delay of game. Okay.
Yeah, delay of game penalty here.
That's not very smart with clock not running. There's no reason.
So 4th and 14, Jackson Hare will punt. 2 men back for Poteet at the 25-yard line. Punting into a bit of a wind here. And to the right side, and comes up a little bit short of the return man. It lands at about his ankles, but he almost kicks it out of bounds there near the sideline.
That actually was a pretty good punt by Jackson. It was a line drive towards sideline, and it wasn't going to be in danger of getting returned. So 2:43 left to go. 48-6, Wildcats in the lead and comfortably going to get out of here.
Check and see if you can find any other scores there, Tony, as you get the chance. Sulphur Springs started this game strong with a 60-yard drive in 6 plays, and Deuce Timmons scored on a 4-yard run. Grayson Hardy had the next touchdown, recovering a bad snap over the head of the punter in the end zone for the score. And the next touchdown, a 5-yard run by Jackson Hare. Now, Poteet keeps it on the ground here on first down, and nothing there as the Wildcats swarm the middle to stop the play for no gain. Isaiah Hall still in there at quarterback for Poteet. I believe they have a new running back here that we haven't seen. That's Jeremiah Tahimi. And they give it to him, and Tahimi brought down for a loss, dumped back at the 30-yard line, maybe the 31, the forward progress, so they'll say the 31, so that's a loss of 1. Third down at 11 for Poteet. And Poteet next week will be playing West Mesquite, their crosstown rival. It says at West Mesquite, but they may actually even be playing again at this stadium. So timeout taken here.
May just go to the other side of the field.
Timeout with Sulphur Springs leading 48-6. This is Wildcats football on KSST.
Well, these scores are not working for me tonight.
That's all right.
I need to put max prep up and then follow all of them next week, and then that should be a little easier.
Wildcats football on KSST. We're recapping the scoring for you there a short time ago. Kevin Joyner had the only Poteet touchdown on an 11-yard scramble late in the first quarter. Dobson Martin for Sulphur Springs, junior running back, had a 28-yard touchdown run in the second period. Tony, we've been very impressed by Dobson Martin.
I like
tonight.
what I see there. I came across Cumbie score, but we don't like it. 56-6 with 2 minutes to go.
It's a second down, 11 for Poteet at their own 31-yard line, trailing 48-6. And a running play to the left side, tries to cut it back, and nowhere to go. And brought down near the line of scrimmage there is Tahimi.
Parrish still ahead 21-7, no scoring in the second half. Como Picton's down 28-12 with 5 minutes left to Union Grove. So I'm finally getting to where I can see a few of them.
Yeah, good. 4th and 10. And once again, Abraham Aguirre in to punt for Poteet. Did they call timeout again?
They must have. Cooper and Grand Saline are tied at 21. Need to come across Pittsburgh. My buddy Don Huffstutler's son is the new coach at Pittsburgh. Tonight was his going out party as a head coach. But they're playing Liberty Ilo, so that may not even be on my list here.
Yeah. Well, a big day of college football tomorrow. Of course, Texas and Ohio State at 11 o'clock. People have been anticipating that game since the end of last season.
Yep.
It is the debut of Arch Manning as the regular Longhorns quarterback. So
I'm supposed to have me a new rocking chair delivered between 8 and 12.
All
so
right.
I'm going to have my place ready. Tell them get in, get out, and let me get in there.
Oh, my.
I've got a long day of football watching planned.
How about East Texas A&M playing at SMU tomorrow night?
That'll be exciting for them. I mean, get that. If they're going to play D1, get in it. SMU got a lot to prove this year the way they went out last year.
It's another bad snap. This one is a low snap, but Gary, again, who has he deserves combat pay.
Yeah,
here
he
this
does.
evening.
It's
They
been
did a
an adventure.
great job of scooping that one up, and the putt is down at the Sulphur Springs 42-yard line.
I was
Gary,
afraid he was going to catch it on the knee and give us a 20-yard gain. So 40 seconds, we got to snap it one time is all.
Gary rescued one over his head in the end zone on the previous putt and did a superhuman job of booting it out of the end zone on the run. I don't know how he contorted his body to do that.
Yep.
Saved a touchdown, or at least a safety. But Wildcats scored a touchdown in the first half on a snap over his head, recovered by Grayson Hardy in the end zone. So
here's what we want with the victory formation. Just put the knee on it. Just go down. You don't have to do anything.
As Tony said, 40 seconds to go. The snap is to Mason Cooper, who does take the snap and goes to a knee, and apparently that will do it. So there's 27 seconds left on the clock and more than that on the play clock, and so both teams headed to the sideline. The Wildcats going to win this one 48-6 over Mesquite Poteet, as Sulphur Springs did not quite put up the spectacular score as last year at home, 68-17.
But this was
over Poteet.
Taking care of business game. That's what this one did. Hopefully we got out of it healthy.
Right. Well, a really great looking first half for Sulphur Springs. The second half, obviously the intensity was not there really for either team, I think. But really good looking first half for the Wildcats as they went into the locker room leading 35-6. Well, we'll come back and wrap this up. This is Wildcats football on KSS2.
.934 after a long first quarter. That's not a bad time.
Nope. I'm looking
physically
to see if the kid that went, the lineman that went out in the first half is.
Yeah, he never came back, so I don't know. I don't see anybody on crutches or anything.
Didn't look good.
We'll go ahead and play one more spot.
Yeah, just run a full load here. 2 minutes of spots to be the last chance. Yeah. I hope I have my prescription glasses next week.
I may try my contacts next week at home, so I can use my binoculars without glasses on. Get some.
That's an idea.
Get some readers for inside. I don't know if they've got.
Yes, it's down there.
3, 2, 1.
Wildcats football on KSST, and the Wildcats win it tonight 48-6 over Mesquite Poteet. Both teams lining up and getting ready to observe their alma mater. The Wildcats' alma mater is being played right now and, in fact, ending right now. Now Mesquite Poteet will stand and honor their school's alma mater. We have a recap here now for you of the scoring in the ball game. Sulphur Springs started off with a 60-yard drive in 6 plays. There was a 20-yard run by Jackson Hare on that drive. Deuce Timmons, the Wildcat junior quarterback, scored on a 4-yard run. The extra point by Eric Rodriguez good to make it 7-0. And then forcing Poteet to punt. Grayson Hardy scored on a punt that was snapped over the head of the punter, or a snap that went over the head of the punter into the end zone. And Grayson Hardy came up with it to make it 14-0, the Wildcats. And then for Sulphur Springs, it was that was a 62-yard drive, right, in 6 plays. Jackson Virgil had a 20-yard catch on that drive. Jackson Hare scored on the 5-yard touchdown run for the Wildcats to make it 21-0. And then Poteet put together their best drive of the night by far. And finally, the quarterback Kevin Joyner scored on an 11-yard scramble. The kick was no good, and it was 21-6 Sulphur Springs. Wildcats come back with a 70-yard drive in 7 plays. Dobson Martin, 28-yard touchdown run. And again, we have been excited to see the play of Dobson Martin in the first scrimmage against Lindale, and again tonight here against Poteet. A junior running back, just showing a lot of ability, and we enjoyed watching him during baseball season as an outfielder, but had no idea he had the football skills that he does. And then the Wildcats' final score of the first half was a 31-yard touchdown pass from Deuce Timmons to Jamorian Jeffrey. It was an 80-yard drive in 11 plays for Sulphur Springs. And definitely the intensity was less as the second half started, but the Wildcats did put up a couple of touchdowns. There was a 69-yard run by Deuce Timmons, and the extra point was unsuccessful because of either a bobbled snap or a low snap. And then that 44-yard touchdown pass, I believe that was in the fourth quarter. Yep. From Deuce Timmons, once again, to Jamorian Jeffrey. So I think we have seen a receiver come to the fore here tonight for Sulphur Springs in Jamorian Jeffrey. And don't forget the 75-yard touchdown run getting called back by Jackson Hare. That's right. So, I did forget about that. We did have that. So skill-wise, we're loaded this year. So I think our whole depth and so forth is going to be on the lines, and then on both offense and defensive lines, because our skill players can stack up with anybody. Well, so Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, Saputo Dairy Foods, Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Farm Country, Copy Products, Hooten Hardware, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living. And we say thanks to J. Hodge Chevrolet for their sponsorship and for providing the very nice black Tahoe in which we came to Mesquite tonight. Pregame programming on KSST is brought to you by Super Handy. Halftime programming featuring the Sulphur Springs High School Band and the Blue Blazes. Brought to you by Galleon Insurance, Hall Oil, and Super Handy. So a 48-6 Sulphur Springs win tonight over Mesquite Poteet. And next week, Tony, the Greenville Lions coming into to Gerald Prim Stadium. I expect much the same. A lot of excitement being homecoming and so forth, and just, again, being able to be at the Prim and not have to travel, that's going to be good for us. And should be similar ball game to this, just different. I'm going to be looking at red instead of black. But I expect Wildcats to come out and have this type of ball game again next week. All right, great. So we're going to say good night to you now. And I want to thank, of course, Tony Flippin for his expert commentary, and always enjoy spending time, whatever situation may be with Tony. And thanks to James Terry, our producer in the KSST studio, also Matt Jansen, our technical director and our video producer. You'll be able to see this game later on Channel 18, cable Channel 18, and also YouTube. So 48-6, the final. The Wildcats over Mesquite Poteet. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say goodnight from Mesquite Memorial Stadium.
Thank you, guys. Good game. Folks, you've been listening to Wildcat Football on KSST 1230 AM Sulphur Springs. What the Rangers in their game in just a moment after this message from UIL. We're out.
Okay, James, thank you. Very good job. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Y'all be safe coming back.
All right, thanks a lot.